the skill set to do it. Go ahead, PhD. Are you there?
I'm here. Let me see if I can see it. Peasy ain't going. $5. Just like some black people are indoctrinated into practicing anti-blackness, some women are indoctrinated into practicing patriarchy.
Damn, that's some scary shit.
Peasy ain't going again with $10. Thank you.
Real scary. Like
But
dangerously
I did.
scary.
So, hmm.
It's like, do you even argue with these people at this point? Because logic,
You have to.
statistics, data, health is just out the window. They're just like what you said earlier, pushing rhetoric and being loud.
Mm. And it is a very dangerous thing, and I think men just gonna have to realize that we are the ones that's gonna have to fight patriarchy the most. For some reason, especially black men, they believe that patriarchy actually benefits us, and history shows that it has not benefited us at all in any point of history. Matter of fact, when we was the most successful, we did not follow this goddamn patriarchy structure. That patriarchy structure is the one that took advantage of us, that makes PhD to say that all black men are goddamn betas.
Sharon, that's a fact.
Beta.
Hold on, Sharon. I want to speak on that real quick. And before Shadow shoots me down, is PhD was correct, Bob. You know, if we're still following other men and their rules and policies, then yeah, we're definitely betas and we're not the leaders. But there's a hierarchy, right? So it goes to men that create the laws and policies, then Sharon, me, Mont, and then it's KT, Shadow, and Edom Man at the bottom of the
Hey,
barrel.
see, I was about to put a bullet. I wasn't gonna load the bullet, and then you asked me to. So let me go ahead and get you down
Yeah,
for a minute. You know what? I'm gonna let you
there's a
rest for the day.
hierarchy. There's a hierarchy, like to this manhood thing. And Shadow and KT are on the bottom of it with Edom Man, and then it's Sharon, myself, Mont,
Cooler, I can
Brownsville,
literally
and
bench
then you
press
got the
you.
people.
So
I wait for you to shoot your shot, bro.
yeah, I just want to
Go
touch
ahead,
on
Coach.
yeah, I just want to touch on exactly what patriarchy does, because I was reading the research that I actually do behind this, and
Mm.
what patriarchy and these traditional roles do is you are putting yourself in a box to operate in a perfect way, and you are performing or masked up. I like to look at it as a mask consistently. So let's look at it in a marriage aspect. If you want to be the leader, right? You are meant to be the perfect husband, because when you lead, it has to be emotionally right, or you're going to upset your family. It has to be the right decision all the time, or you're going to make the wrong make something detrimental happen to you or your family. You don't understand that when you take away teamwork from relationships just to be traditional, you're harming yourself as well.
Hmm. I like that.
But they don't care about that. We've explained that they only care about having somebody to lead, somebody to instruct, tell them what to do. That's it. They don't care about love, relationship. They don't even care about protecting their family for the most part. In fact, why would they, right? There was a man, to your point, what you said about that woman and what she said, there was a man who mentioned that his wife had cancer. And even through her pain, she was required to give him sex. And he said yes, and that's what she did, and that's what she better had done. Now that don't sound like a man who loves his wife.
It doesn't. And
You
so
don't.
I
SH.
got a question.
Okay.
Go ahead, why not?
SH. If you could, I think what you're describing isn't necessarily the idea that that men being the leaders are bad, but that these particular men with these ideologies have bad leadership styles. You know,
Okay.
that's what it sounds like. But yeah, go deeper if you would.
Yeah, let me just break it down. So, when we talk about traditional roles in relationships where men are sole leader, we are taking away communication, we're taking away choice, we're taking away autonomy. When you do that as a man and you do not participate in an egalitarian relationship, you put
Mm.
yourself in a box of constant having to be perfect, constant anxiety, constant uh at the expense of disappointing your family. So my research shows that 81% of marriages, okay, let me backtrack. You know how people say who are the two happiest people operating in the world? It's the married man and the single woman. But I see the tier that is above both of them, and it is a marriage that is egalitarian with no submission, that has an 81% overall happiness rate and a 4.5 time more likely success rate than the 18% for submissive marriages. So when I say
Mm.
that people are leaders, leadership in relationships to me look liquid. The husband may
Mm.
lead something that he's knowledgeable in, but he doesn't have a permanent seat of leadership. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm.
I dig that. I guess from so I give you my perspective on kind of how I currently do things. So I'm the leader of my relationship, right? However, I don't find myself often having to tell anybody what to do. I never really have to tell her what to do.
Mm.
It's more like a formality, but for the most part we work collaboratively. And if there's ever a situation where I have to make a decision and we both have the understanding that, I will make that decision. But for the most part, I empower her to do a lot of things. I trust her with certain things. I don't make any big decision without talking to her because she's my second set of eyes and ears. Like, I value her opinion. I value, her insight. So I ask her questions before we make a decision. And she values the traits that I have, to make decisions. She values how I don't I don't break at all when it comes to adversity, like at all. If we ever go through a
Mm.
situation and she's frustrated because, oh, we planned on doing this and then we can't do this because this happened, right? I'm the one telling her like, oh, we can just do this and I'll find another solution, and now she feels better. Because
Okay, so are
there's
you
like
saying
this is
that
how
this is how most relationships are or should be?
I think this is
Mm.
how men should operate if they're going to choose to be leaders. I'm
Okay.
not saying it's
And
how
so
we do
So,
why
things.
do you think it's so important for the man to be the leader rather than, as what is it, SH said, egalitarian? So why is that so important to you, in your opinion?
Well, I
mm.
mean, if that works for other people, then cool. Or if the woman happens to be a better leader, then she can be a leader. With that individual guy. I don't think that I typically think that men possess different traits, and I could be wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I think men possess different abilities when it comes to being able to compartmentalize things versus women.
Mm-hmm.
Um, of course, different things is contextual, but
Yeah, you
What
this
does
is
that
definitely
just
mean
what
wrong
I
though?
about that.
Compartmentalize
Definitely.
things. What does
like.
that mean?
For example, when my woman, let's say she goes through something and she ends up crying because of something that I figure to be relatively small, and she might shed a tear over it, right? Um, I never do that. Like, maybe I'm rare, but like I'm so like I don't have
Okay, so
like
you're saying men are
yeah.
logical and women are emotional.
Yeah,
Mm,
that bull crap right
I
That's
don't
there.
know because
basically
I'm
what you're
learning. I'm
saying.
learning that men are more emotional than I thought they were.
Right.
Um, yeah.
Hmm.
Right. So
Yeah.
then should, and so that I'm saying should. Do you believe that men should be the leaders in relationships?
Yeah, let's say
And
60-40.
why? If you say yes, then why? Like, I'm saying, like, in an ideal world,
Yeah,
perfect world, would it
yeah.
be that the men are the leaders? Okay, and so why? What is superior about having a man as a leader as opposed to, two egalitarian people together, or the woman being the leader?
So I still believe that men still on average, I still believe that at least 60-40, we still possess that ability to be stoic in certain situations as opposed to women. And I'm willing to be wrong
Okay,
also, but this is my current belief.
right. Because, like, okay, so you're a part of the demographic that has the reputation for being the ones who ain't stoic, right? So y'all, the stereotype is y'all will delete somebody because they stepped on your sneakers.
Mm.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I think that's
Right.
too. That's from environment and raising. I think that's
No, no,
the
no.
issue with
But
that.
the thing is, if that is your nature, then it's going to come through regardless of the environment.
Mm,
Yeah.
That's the nature
Not
mean, right?
necessarily.
It's called attribution theory, right? Go look it up.
Yeah.
I
Your
was
nature
hoping you
will
didn't know that.
out
I was
and
hoping you
show
didn't know
itself.
that. I was hoping you didn't know that term. That was a good term right there. Go ahead, Diva. You cooking?
No,
I don't know.
so I'm just saying, I just don't. I'm trying to figure out what do we gain by having the men be in that position, as opposed that's over and above what we would gain by everybody being equals and collective, decision making and responsibility and all that other good stuff.
Yeah, we
Mm,
don't gain anything. In fact, it's not even in history. Like these men make up things. They started talking about men are this, men are that. They go to in biblical times and they're not even religious for real. And, and so it's just a bunch of crap. But women, though, on the other hand, whether we have emotions or not, which most everybody have emotions pretty much, um, we have to multitask, right? Even the jobs that they give us, raising children and cooking and cleaning and doing the house, and also having a job. Most of the men couldn't do that if they wanted to. They
mm,
cry when they have to.
mm.
When we sick, we still working. When they sick, we taking care of them. Same thing.
Damn.
Right.
Damn.
Same thing.
I don't know about that one. These men got women taking care of them.
Yes, when they sick. When my husband's sick, I treat him like a baby. I make sure he got everything he needed, soup and all.
Hey, listen. If I get sick, I'm parked. I'm laying in bed. I ain't moving. I'm stinking. I'm farting. Barely brush teeth. Nobody
I'm
want to come in the room. They're like, damn, what you eat, daddy? Like, dang. Open the
Oh,
window.
I'm different. When I'm sick, I don't pay no mind. Like I don't. It is what it is. Like I just keep moving with my regular life. But like, for example, like if my woman is sick, it's the end of the world, and like she always is trying not to get sick. Like she be like, "Yo, people look like." I'm like, I just don't be caring for the most part. But like even when she's
So
sick, I still
maybe
want to.
she's actually. So is she the man of the house? Because that's what it sounds like. It's like the.
No, I don't I rock through everything. Even when she's sick, I be trying. I'm still gonna kiss up on you. I get sick too. I don't care. Get me sick. I don't care.
Bam.
No,
And
you
see
know
how
he be
we women
slipping.
are smarter, right? Because we're not trying to get sick. Two people sick in the household, they ain't getting
Mm.
too much done.
So
So
I don't
it's
so
stop
my
moving when I'm sick.
I guess the thing is that majority of men are not able to hold the brunt of the family by themselves, right? And they know they can't hold the family by. The men that are able are capable to do it mentally and financially and physically. Those are the goddamn alpha males. I don't know. Do you know anybody like that, PhD Diva, that's doing all those things? Diva? Because I know somebody. Every time I look in the goddamn mirror, I'm doing all those goddamn things, right? So that's all I got to say about that. I'm gonna toot my own goddamn horn sometimes. Toot, toot,
toot
goddamn
toot.
it. But on a real note, I think men need to start embracing the fact that women are willing to pick up the slack, and also with our community, when it was a matrifocal type of relationship where it was a focus on women raising the kids and also the other kids down the block. They made sure if they see something going on suspicious walking into their neighborhood, they's the ones that sound the goddamn alarm and get the goddamn men that have all the strength, but they ain't too bright. They come over there and say, hey, look, these men need to get up out, or whatever the situation is. Kind of like in the movie, what's the damn movie that we all love with, he just won all these goddamn awards with the two brothers is playing one brother, but he's really both the twins. sinners. Right.
Sinners.
So we had the lady, like, even though she wasn't supposedly the leader, she led the whole goddamn movie. She told him when to go outside, how to take the money, what to put around his neck for protection. She gave him spiritual leadership. She gave him all of these things. That's what really how the black community actually thrived at one point, right? But when we started going into this gangster version of ourselves, and now because we big bag, we got the muscles and guns and so-called money, we want to start acting as if what work doesn't work anymore, because visually it looked like the white man was winning, right? Because he had all these little things in place, but in reality, it's destroyed our community as a whole, because it's too much pressure for one man in our kind of society, especially today, for a man to take the brunt of every goddamn thing, for the woman to actually thrive in that situation where she is not stressed. So the men that is talking about they can make 50,000 and take care of family for, you are delusional. Everybody in that house is stressed. Everyone, including yourself. Mm-hmm. And then soon as one thing happened, your ass can't go to work 1 week. Guess what? Now you acting like the lieutenant governor. Mm-hmm. So allow that woman to lead you, because your ass need leading. Majority of men need leading. Because if it's up to them, they tell us this all the time, SH. If it wasn't for my girl, I would just have an apartment with just a TV, an Xbox, and a chair. Yeah. I'll be ordering DoorDash.
They mattress on the floor. So
they tell us all the time that they don't want to be this leader. You tell us. So stop trying to fake the funk for the TV. Stop screwing up your goddamn face when you know it's the damn truth.
Take the mask off. Take the mask off.
Oh, Sharon, they wouldn't be that way if they had kids, though.
Say that again?
I said they wouldn't. I don't think they would all be that way if they had kids. But I think if they was alone by themselves, yeah, they wouldn't want for much. But if they had to take care of kids, I think that would put a fire under them.
But the problem is we know men don't need.
Yeah, how is it that women don't need kids to make moves, but men gotta have something that pushes him and make him motivated?
Right.
Maybe that's the way we designed. Maybe we designed to work for y'all. Maybe we designed to want to be better for y'all.
So there's a level of simplicity. There's a level of simplicity that men can do without needing to impress everybody around them.
And also that would mean that. And also that would mean that we are not designed to be leaders then. If we need outside.
That doesn't even make sense. How are you correlating those two things?
Because that's what
men don't need.
Because, right, we gave the example on how men, if they didn't have a woman, that they would be living bare bones, barely have any clothes, barely wash their ass, barely have a goddamn couch and a damn coffee table. All they have is a TV and an Xbox and a place to smoke. That's what they will have, or drink. That would be their main focus. But
you adding stuff.
As soon as a woman come around, because we are designed that way, according to mine, because we are designed that way, that we need something outside of us to start acting like leaders and men. That's what you said, Mike.
Exactly. Possessions don't equal leadership. That's Mont. I got this. Hold on. Possession doesn't equal leadership. Hold on. He added a whole bunch of shit. I know. I got it. Here's the issue that just happened. You added a bunch of stuff that nobody said, and you're like, well, if you don't get all those things,
what happened?
If you don't get all those things when you're single and not needing to have all those things, when you have somebody else in your life, you're adding another layer of needs to your life. I have a wife and 3 kids. I don't live the same now that I would have when I was in college, because I didn't need to. Because I didn't need to, everything I needed, I was never at home. So I don't need a bunch of random stuff at the house. A bed, a TV, a couch. That's it. But that doesn't mean I stopped making the money. That doesn't mean I stopped making the money that I would have still made with that family. You're equating two things that don't necessarily correlate. Just because
No,
I don't
no,
have it doesn't mean I can't get it.
Yeah,
no,
but
that's not
you
true.
can get.
So,
Yeah,
so why
okay.
is it? So why is it when women have their own place, they have a full ambiance of a house, and people don't want to goddamn leave? They got the smell goods, couch. They got the
Because they
they got curtains. They got the right kind of towels. They don't just have one towel that washes your ass, washes the dishes, washes your face, dry off. They don't have that. Like, so they have a whole plethora of things that is needed for a household, right? They are wiping their ass in the goddamn with the towel too, because they forgot to buy toilet paper. So why is a woman is able to take care of all those things before the family aspect?
Because they ready for a
yeah,
family.
you can have this one.
Because
Yeah, you can have
they
that
ready.
one. I'm
They
done.
ready. Yo, Sharon making a good he's making a good argument to get you a woman in your house. You know what I'm saying, get you a house manager. She gonna make it look all
No,
nice, you know.
he's making an argument that we actually need those life skills. So men need to get raised with specific life skills and be capable when they get adults with or without children and a wife. And women, I say this too. I say we all need the life skills to take care of ourselves and grow up. That's the argument. That's what I hear.
No, he not talking about taking care of himself, right? What he's talking about, I know what women do because I've always observed this. Like a woman, she'll get her apartment, and whether she can afford it or not, she gonna go down and she gonna put some furniture under her name, and she gonna lace that whole motherfucker out, lace the whole joint. She gonna go to rent a center, she gonna go to all these places, and she gonna do all of that, right? And she gonna make it look amazing. But I know that me as a man, I would, if I was single, I would be cool. Like, yo, I just need a TV, I need a bed, and all. I really wouldn't care about the other things because you can live comfortably that way. Now you won't be able to live like a woman prefers to live with all of the cute things and all that type of stuff. But all of that is just aesthetics, and that's what make them feel good. And there's nothing wrong with that.
No, that's not.
Um,
No, it's everything wrong with
Go
what you
ahead.
just said.
To the
Everything's wrong with what you
aesthetics.
said. If I was a single man, when that woman walks into my house, she's like, "Oh shit, I ain't never leaving. Let me see how I can add to this brother because goddamn, I feel so comfortable. This couch is all soft and he got actual knives and forks and spoons. He got the proper bowl for salad versus the bowl for
He's just gaslighting.
cereal.
All right, I got it.
I'm not gaslighting. Like, this is a true thing. The man, a true leader that is a man, he's gonna lead in all aspects. So he's even gonna lead within his household. He's gonna make his house comfortable because he loved being there. So he's gonna have everything
Sharon,
situated.
is it not comfortable for him?
Just like, for example, just even the way how he dressed. The fact that y'all saying that without a woman, I'm not even gonna dress. It's crazy to me. Before I knew what kind of boots to wear and what kind not to. I know these type of boots is X, Y, and Z for this event. This jacket is for this event. This watch is for this kind of event. This cologne is for this time of the season. This cologne is for
Y'all keep letting
business.
Sharon
This
fool
cologne
y'all.
is for
Sharon is
going
a
on
sniper.
dates.
Yeah.
And he had
He
to
sound
know
like a
that so
sniper
he
to me.
could climb that ladder, right? If he around the right people doing the right jobs, looking the right way, smelling okay, then he'll go farther in life. But you want to act like you ain't got to do none of that. It's because it's not
And
important.
Wait, hold on.
And what
So
the thing
right,
is that
because
what
comfort
we
is the
hearing,
thing.
what y'all don't realize, what y'all not realize that we hear is that y'all is saying leadership is not important. That's why the woman got to clean you up, show you how to put on a tie.
That's not what
No,
leadership
baby,
is.
you
Oh
got the
shit.
wrong jacket on. You got the wrong jacket on. You're about
I
to
need to
go
do that.
into a place where you are not prepared. A leader will get you prepared. They say, "Hey, you are not looking properly. You are not smelling properly. You got the wrong baby. Do you understand that your damn it should be cuffed at your goddamn ankle, babe? Do you know your jacket's supposed to show a little bit of your how much inch of your goddamn babe? Do you know that you're supposed to have this, babe? You supposed. If a woman gotta do all those things, it is time for you, brothers, to submit to your wife and say, "You are the leader," and bow down to that supreme vaginal vessel.
I know that's right.
You just made him dysregulated. He started putting the cross on. He is dysregulated.
Girl, you about to learn, girl, exactly how it go when they disagree. But no, I agree. pull the first they say we don't need all of those things, and then when we say, well, look, you kind of need to be at least a grown up, right? You want to live like you're a kid in your mama's house in just a one bedroom. But when you become a man now, why are you in a full house and you got a mattress, a blow up mattress on the floor and a TV, and you saying like you could have stayed at your mama's house.
Living like you
But it's
surviving.
not mine. But hold on, there's a difference. There's a start from these conversations that I've heard from y'all, including what SH said, what Sharon said, and what Obama said. Women's level of comfort is different from men's level of comfort. And again, I'm fine with that sentence. But what I have a problem with right now is everybody is now preaching that if we don't share the same level of comfort, we're not the same level of adulting. Sharon was adding BS that doesn't even make sense. Just because a man lives by himself, just because he's got a couch, a TV, and a whatever, that doesn't mean. When I was doing that, I was only at home 3 days. I was only at home 3 hours a week. Hell, I only saw my house 2 days out of those weeks. So to me, I was comfortable when I went home and went to sleep. I got back up and went back to work
Yeah,
because
you could
most of
stay
my
at your
time,
mama's house.
because, but it wasn't
Save that
mine.
money. You
But it
could.
wasn't
Yo,
mine.
the women are trying
What
to get
wasn't
y'all to
That's the
yours?
spend money.
difference.
And listen. If there's any young men listening to this, I dig what Sharon is saying, but just wait, hold off for a little bit. Save your money. Save as much money as possible. If you can stay home with your mom as long as possible, save it. Save your money, and do that when it's the right time. I totally understand. Like, listen, I'm the one who like put the women in my life on to eating better. On to like cooking with different with better oils and using better salts and all that type of stuff. I put them on to all that type of stuff. However, for a certain period of your life, like stack up that money and don't necessarily feel like the first time you get your first apartment, you gotta go out there and spend a ton of money to furnish it and all that type of stuff.
That's all I'm
Just
saying, bro. Like
That is
it's
that
it's
is the
okay. It's
biggest
okay to
crock.
exceed.
Hold on. That's the biggest crock of shit I ever heard in my life.
Mm.
The way how you live your life is going to determine how much abundance you have. If you go into getting an apartment to say, I'm going to live in scarcity, you starting off in scarcity, a mentality of scarcity, you are going to continue to live that way until you find somebody that has a mentality of abundance, and then all of a
And
sudden you
and
got
if you
pulled up
start
into the
spending
white
money,
I
house.
you gonna be,
disagree,
and if you
man.
start splurging, you're gonna
And
live that mentality of splurging.
nobody's
Yeah,
talking about splurging.
Right.
Yeah.
Hold on,
Even when
hold
you
on,
can't
hold on,
afford it.
hold on, hold on, hold on one
yeah, because
second. For some
most
reason,
women they
hold
live
on,
beyond their
hold
means,
on one
Uh-huh.
man.
second.
This dude, who let
I'm
him
That's
gonna
up?
not
bring you right.
true.
I'm gonna bring you. Hold on now. I'm
Okay,
gonna bring
Russ,
you in
shut
right
up.
now. Hold on. I'm gonna bring you in a second, Russ. So the problem is this. The problem is this. Y'all believe that living right is splurging. That is crazy. You gotta buy a couch one time.
Right.
You shouldn't be buying couches every goddamn year. You
Why
should
would I
buy
be buying a
a
couch
good
if I'm never
couch
gonna use
that
it?
should last at least 5 to 7 years.
Yeah, and you buy it.
Depending
Hold
on how
on,
much
no, no, hold on.
usage,
You buy the couch.
depends
You
on
buy
how
the
much
couch. You
usage you
buy
have. If
the
you have
couch,
children
and then
like
you
me,
get a girl, and
you
she's
might
like,
have
"I
to
don't
buy
like
it
this
a little bit
couch.
more
Let's
often
buy a
We hear
than
different
y'all.
couch."
5 to 7 years. But the
He just
idea that you
yapping.
feel like somebody is buying furniture is just splurging when that's a one-time thing.
Anyway,
And
don't
you
listen to
can do
Sharon.
it in
Sharon don't know what he's
sections.
talking about.
Hey,
He
Nobody,
about
why would I
60
fully
years
nobody
old.
furnish an
today,
apartment that I'm
nobody
temporarily
today.
living
It's
at?
okay. I don't know why y'all Minnesota mostly charge about buying a goddamn couch.
It's
Because
Yo,
because
the
you're
that's
thing
sitting here
is,
lying to
crazy.
And
grown ass men. It's
you rather
crazy.
have that money sitting in your
But
account,
the thing
man.
is, it
Okay,
just
so hold on.
reflects
So
a
is the issue
difference.
that y'all are broke?
Yes. They broke
Ah,
as hell.
Hey, Sharon, you really want to play that game?
They're
You
gonna
really want to
invite
go
a
there
woman.
today?
They're gonna
Nah,
invite a
Invite
nah,
woman
it's
people.
not
over
about
and
being
have
broke.
no. They're gonna
Like,
have a woman come over and have no furniture and look like a child. So they won't even take the women's advice on. Hey, if we come over and your mattress is a blow up mattress on the floor, you ain't got no other place for us to sit to have a conversation or nothing. I gotta go sit on your blow up mattress. And
Yeah, but this is just,
that sounds like an adult.
but it just reflects that there's a difference in values,
mm.
right? And so people, value surrounding their dwelling, or so they're saying they don't need all that furniture, and they're willing to prioritize saving or whatever. But it's just a different value system than the woman who may go out and have a comfortable abode.
Yeah, I mean, yo, most
before,
women they want to live comfortable, but dudes, we live a most
Shut up,
dudes that
Rush. Nobody
single
cares,
live
Rush.
a minimal
hold on.
lifestyle. You know what I mean, we don't spend
That's
bread like that.
no,
Because you ain't
but
got
it's
it.
not true. Right. And it's okay to just say that I don't have it
That's
to make me
Nah,
gaslighting
replace.
so big, bro.
nah,
That's
man,
fucked
that's
up.
not
That's a
Okay,
true.
crazy
hold
ass
on.
thing to
That's
Okay,
say.
not
okay,
true.
Hold on a minute.
I don't understand. Hold on, please. What do gaslighting mean to you?
Bro, you're literally trying to present something
No,
that
no.
is not real. You are trying to convince people of a bullshit narrative that you're trying to spread that it correlates to everybody, even though you have nothing to support that. You're
But that's
literally
not
trying
called
to you're
gaslighting,
trying
though.
to warp reality. You're trying to warp the reality of the people listening to you as if what you're saying is true. That it actually is the definition of gaslighting.
No,
You're
no,
trying
that's
to.
So
incorrect.
hold on. Okay,
He's
so hold on. So
systematically making
hold on.
statements
Hold
to
on.
try to
Okay,
change
okay,
reality.
hold on 1 second. Hold on. So what am I saying that is untrue? Do men say
Bro, at no point in my
that?
life have I ever been fucking broke, ever. And I lived in a
Oh my
studio
God.
apartment for 3 years. Get the fuck out of
Do
here
you
with that.
do you
Nah, miss me
believe
with that dumbass shit, bro.
do you believe this conversation is
Baby, I'm
strictly
sorry.
about
I'm
you?
losing the bet today. Baby, I'm sorry. I'm gonna lose my shit today
Do
because
you
this nigga's
do you
bullshitting.
do you believe this conversation is about you?
No, but I believe the
Okay,
conversation is
okay,
about a.
okay. So pause
Hold on,
there.
no.
Okay, so
Stop trying to fucking interrupt me.
hold on. I need some understanding because you're making it about you, and we are
It's not
having a
just about me.
conversation.
All right,
We are having a conversation about men in general and about what men are saying. Men say all the time that I wouldn't even wash my ass. I won't have a goddamn couch. I would sit on a crate. I have a TV and a goddamn Xbox, no plates. They eat out of paper plates. They will order out. This is what men are saying. And all of we are saying that majority of the men that are saying this thing, those men need to concede and say, I am not a leader because until I had a woman in my life, I did not become an adult. And after that woman turned me into a boy to a man. Now they feel like, now listen here, lady,
Not
move
true,
on
man.
to the side. And then they try to take over the relationship. And then that's when they have problems in their goddamn relationship because now they believe because their clitoris fell out that they supposed to be some goddamn leader where leadership ain't get them to where they was at in life today.
Sharon, you correlated
That's
the
not
fact
all
that
men,
men can
Sharon.
live simply. You correlated the fact that men can live simply to them being broke. Those were your exact words at 1 hour and 37 minutes, bro. Don't play with me about that BS today. I
What's
literally
wrong?
heard you say
What's
it.
wrong with this dude? What's
No,
going on
because
with
I
you?
looked at the time
You
he
need
said it.
medicine. Listen, the thing is,
You're
oh my
lying with him,
God.
so I don't care about that either.
Yes, I
Hey,
know, but you need to take
again,
your medicine. God
fuck it.
damn.
I'm not about to. Because we're
Listen,
going
when
to play
you
this dumbass game today.
I think
Game, let's get it.
think what he's saying, what Sharon is saying, essentially, I think I'm getting it now, is that what you're talking about, the life you was living, having the money or whatever, and not doing those things is not the majority of the people not doing those things. The majority of the people not doing those things aren't doing it because they're saving money. They're broke. They're bums. They're making minimum wage and barely able to afford the studio. And so what he's
right.
saying is that they are not mentally there. They're not leaders. And they hear
But I
people
can
like you.
agree to that, bro.
They hear people, but that's the majority of them. So why are you taking it personal? And so they look at you saying something like, "Oh, well, I was like that, and I was saving money." They're like, "Yeah, see, I can do that because he was like that too." It's no different than them, seeing some study that says men this, and they're like, "Oh, I'm a man, therefore that also applies to me," and it doesn't apply to you. It
Hey, all
applies
right.
to those men that the study was done. It doesn't apply to you. You're a bum.
No, fine. I'll accept that if that's what was being said. But here's what's being said. What's being said actively is Sharon saying if you're not sprucing up a place that you're probably only going to live in temporarily, because most people's first place usually isn't their permanent place. That's a most scenario, and most people aren't trying to buy a bunch of stuff to overly furnish. And I'm talking about men now. We don't overly furnish our first place for no reason, especially if we know we're going to move somewhere else. Bomb said, "Why didn't you just stay with your mom?" Again, because it wasn't ours.
But
That first apartment, that first house, whatever we want to call it,
Okay, you're
that
repeating
first.
yourself. You're repeating yourself. So you believe furnishing your place is overly furnishing? Because nobody said overly furnish it.
Right.
Women overly
You literally
focus.
talked about ambiance in the first sentence of this whole paragraph, bro.
So
The first thing you
okay,
talked
so
about was women
ambiance.
use
Bro, you
Okay,
kind of
ambience.
perfect.
gaslighting for real though.
Okay, so perfect. So
So
ambiance mean to you. So if I was to have a house and you came into my house and it looks comfortable, it got a place for us to sit down and talk as men. It got a place where we could cook. It got a place for you to wipe your ass when you got to take a shit. It got toilet paper there. It got a towel for you to wash and dry your hands. I got soap. You saying all of those things is I'm like, man, if I was a single man,
Bro,
man, this is overly furnished. Like,
what the
why
fuck?
do you
What?
why do you have something to wash your hands? I never wash my hands with
That
what?
is crazy work.
You actually
Like,
sit down on a couch? What is this?
you can't be serious right now, bro. You know,
what was said
you
and
just
put
described basic
somewhere else.
necessities of having bro, normal people buy toilet. Bro, stop it. Oh, I don't have
Everybody don't
soap to
buy
wash my
toilet paper.
ass. Bro, that's crazy work.
Hold on,
Well,
hold
no,
on.
that's fair.
Here's the
On
problem,
a bomb,
Sharon.
that's
Here's
fair.
the problem. Here's the problem, right? Majority of men did not clean their ass properly, and that's why they daddy Kevin Samuels had to literally get tissue on the stream and say, "This is how you wipe your ass." Get the dingleberries out your ass because men do not know how to take care of themselves as men. He literally had to show them, this is how you put cologne on because these men did not know how to be men. He said, these are the kind of shoes you wear because they did not know how to be men. This is how you literally day in and day out, the men that are saying this thing that you are trying to fight for some strange reason. I do not understand why men want to coddle men that are clearly in the goddamn wrong because you want to put yourself into the goddamn I don't put myself in no other man ever.
Bro,
in
I've
my
never
life.
met a grown man who described the dumbass shit you just described ever.
Well,
And I've met
yes.
thousands. Hold up,
Well,
and
with
I've met
Jay Prince,
thousands.
we could talk about Jay Prince, and we all done seen it, right?
You've been with
But
thousands
you
of men,
won't
Shadow? That's
make it
crazy.
seem like there's nobody
Hey,
there.
I mean, you finna fight, homie.
JP stood up from a toilet and didn't wipe. And then he showed
Wait,
us
what
the
the fuck?
toilet. Yeah, he showed what he had done in the toilet and just didn't wash his hands or nothing and just he pulled up his pants and just walked out. And by the
You
way,
learn
they
all
got
this
a
as
lot of liquid
kids.
sticks in their drawers. And so I'm now assuming, and the rest of us women, assuming that most men or even a lot of y'all do not wipe your ass. The idea that you think that most men do is crazy work.
Who raised these
All
men?
right, so
Is this
hold
what
on,
I'm
hold on.
That right there.
I don't know why. I don't know why y'all want to look for these kind of men, but they exist. What we're gonna do is just so everybody can get their thought in. We got SH, we got Rush, and we're gonna bring in E the Man Williams, so everybody that's on camera can get to speak first. I'm not sure if Bomb want to jump in after E the Man. That would be her choice. We're gonna let Shadow calm his black ass down, and then we get the people that's off camera. Go ahead, SH.
Y'all are cracking me up. But what I'm hearing is somebody brought it up and it made me sit here and think about the difference in values. So while I'm not going to go to the extreme of dirty, even though I know that a lot of men be dirty sometimes, I'm going to go to the minimalist aspect of it, of saying not having a bed frame and just using Head and Shoulders, or having one spoon, one fork, one knife, because that's all I need, right? Because I don't need to, why I need more than one fork? I live here by myself. I don't need that. So when a woman walks in that house and she sees your minimalist lifestyle, in your mind, she thinks that this is manly, or does it not matter? And what I heard from the beginning, even though he's being a little like, you know what I'm saying? What he mentioned earlier was just simple things that a household needs, because also when something belongs to you, you feel the urge to want to make it yours. Like if you had a man cave or a game room, you got your little Xbox set up, nobody could touch it, you clean it down, you got your TV set up. So if you care about something, man or woman, you put effort into it. So if you have a home, a studio, whatever, however small it is, where is the effort being put into just your space?
SH, wait, can I respond to SH?
Yeah, you could talk about the toys that you have on the shelf that don't matter, that's overly furnished. You know, we see a lot of these men with a
Hey, look, no, he's not
Come
wrong.
on, man. Put the
No,
gas
we
lights,
know
man.
okay, no,
Bugging right now.
I got where he's coming from. So when the man is in their building phase,
Hey,
a
Shadow, you
lot of
gotta
that,
follow the
goddamn.
line. No, you supposed to be last. Rush. Come on, cause
yeah,
I gotta
it's
get
supposed to
out
be
this
Rush.
line.
Hey,
And then
Go
y'all
ahead,
gonna let
Rush.
Shadow start arguing
We
with
got
y'all. I
you,
got
Shadow. We
2
got you,
minutes.
Shadow. SH is gonna be here. You can answer SH. She chilling today. She building up her show today, so it's okay. You're gonna get a chance to answer her. Go ahead, Rush.
Either you go, Rush, or I go. Rush, you better hurry up, cause I got stuff to do.
Go ahead, Edie, man, because I know you busy, man. Go ahead,
All right,
man.
let me go ahead and say this, right? Some of y'all dudes need to have some game. I don't know
That's some
about
beta
that.
shit right there.
I don't know nothing about what Sharon talking about not being able to bath yourself, but Rush, you got to tell a woman like SH is, you know why I got that futon in that living room? It's because I've been saving up so you can furnish this thing the way you like it. I already know you're going to have a certain level of touch, SA, that you know a man just can't touch, SA. I just know for a fact that you're going to come in and put them blinds up. I know you don't want to cook on my one pan. I know you want. I know you want your own pan set. So that's why I'm a minimalist. Cause I'm prepared for my wife. I'm prepared for a woman like you to come in here to get me right. And see, some of these dudes don't listen to these dudes talking about you gotta have all this damn furniture and all this stuff. I ain't have none of that. You better look at that woman and say, that's why God sent me you. That's why God sent me you. You go get all the napkins and the hors d'oeuvres and the rice pots and all that stuff for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make sure you get me the chopsticks and stuff. That's the whole point for us being a unit, girl. Look that woman in her eyes and say, go lay on that blow up bed back there. So I go ahead I ain't never had no blow up. To be honest,
Blow
I
up my
always had a
basket.
I always had a good bed because I worked long shifts and I felt like I'm gonna have $1,000 bed. I need some stuff, but I'm gonna have a futon. I'm gonna have a flat screen. Ain't gonna be no pictures on the wall. I'm saying I'm waiting for us to go to Jamaica so we can make some memories for that wall. That wall for you. See, y'all niggas just don't know how to play it the right way. Tell these women I'm waiting on you. That's why I ain't got nothing in here. I've been saving so you can go on that shopping spree.
You waiting on her to take care of you, right?
There you go. That's what we
Absolutely.
were thinking about.
Absolutely. And
But yeah, but
they
the
come
women
take care
today
of you
don't want to
every
take care of no
time.
man though.
Yeah, they come every time and they get the furniture in it. Listen, Rush, your house will look real good after she furnished it up for you, bro. It's your job to get the house. It's her job to go out there and look at the furniture and all that stuff. Give her purpose.
This
Give
ain't
her
happening
purpose,
no more.
Rush.
Men have already told us they trickery. Women is not going like that no more. Right? So as she
Great point.
help you furnish your place, you done broke up with her, and now another woman get the benefit. Yeah, that ain't like
Man,
these women messing it
boss,
up.
I'm telling you, the SH wouldn't have
Hold the
no
line,
problem
Edie,
putting
man.
those
Hold the
couches.
line.
I wouldn't
Hold the
finish.
line.
She cut me
Hold
up.
the line.
All right, go, Bomb.
It's Bomb, then Rush, and
I'll get back in there.
open after that. All right.
So yes,
Go
so what
ahead.
I'm saying, go ahead.
No, it's on you, Bomb. Yeah, it's Bomb,
okay.
then Rush.
Yeah, I was saying, like, I understand what either man is saying, right? That's a man who got some game. But a lot of women not going for that no more. Like, these men have ratted themselves out. They said they don't care about women. And to be honest, women, when we looking for a man, we are looking to see, we're gonna look at his place that he live in. And the honest, that's how we're gonna determine whether you still a little boy or you a man. She said you got a place. It don't have to be. You don't have to have everything. You don't have to have 3 and 4 TVs, but you do need to at least have the necessities. So when you invite her over, she gonna be comfortable. And some of these men say they're not even gonna get a couch. Their mattress gonna be on the bed, on the floor. Like you can't afford $20 for the frame.
Yeah,
Like what?
I ain't got one for it. I got two.
Wait,
One for me and
and
one
then,
for her. What we
I'm not sure
talking
what's going on.
about?
But then he said that the first place you live is not. So you moved into a place that really wasn't what you thought was really yours. We don't know why. I mean, you know, that was crazy what you said, because it also says that you didn't plan right. You moved into your first place, and why did you move? What? Because you got evicted. Like I guess I'm wondering, like, why is you moved into this apartment that you not gonna be your first choice? Like you gonna move somewhere else? Why are you moving somewhere else? What's the purpose?
It's called a bachelor pad. I'm still single.
Okay,
Availability, outgrowing, outgrowing it, stuff like that.
how he outgrown it when he ain't putting nothing in it? You forgot?
No, because my finances grew as I grew up. The older I
Oh,
got, the more money I saved up. So
oh,
then, whenever I started preparing to start a family, I bought a place
oh.
that focused on the family.
Yeah, I get the family part, but you remember you said you got more money, and now you
Yes.
back to where we were saying. Like, because when you get more money, you will spend more that you feel comfortable to make your place comfortable for you.
That's not always true. Like, I understand where you're coming from, but I don't think that's always
Listen,
true.
nothing is always. But that's the
Right.
thing,
Like,
you like to argue for even some shit that you're not even going through. Like you a whole
Vaughn,
man raising your family in a nice home, and
Vaughn,
I don't know why you
I
keep getting.
understand where you're coming from, Vaughn. I'm sorry. I'm correcting something real quick. I understand what you're saying. What I'm saying is just because somebody has the money to do it, some people are just more financially literate. I'm not going to spend money I don't have to spend for no reason. And a lot of people, I thought AR said that earlier. Just because I have it doesn't mean I'm going to spend it.
Listen, we're not
Okay,
talking.
so hold on. So are you changing? Hold on. So are you changing your rhetoric? Because before you were saying, "Hey, I'm not spending because I have all this money. I'm just a minimalist." Now you're saying, "Hey, no. We start at a certain point. I was broke, and then I had to build up my lifestyle and my money, and then now I can afford." Is that what you're saying?
No, my lifestyle changed when I got married. Getting married, having kids changed my lifestyle completely. I'm no
We
longer
said
a
that
bachelor.
early on, though, and you disagree. Like we said that.
They're
This is
not
crazy.
Shadow. They're not
I
arguing.
don't
Just trying to get
understand.
their place. Hello,
Like,
no.
Look, you let them talk. You let them talk long enough. They wind up
Okay.
agreeing
and
with
now
you
he's
later
about to
on.
now he's about to bullshit what I just
It's
said. That's why
kind of
y'all ask me
crazy.
why I lose my shit. This is why. Because
It's not
literally,
because you
you're
don't realize
making
what
up
you're
something
saying.
I didn't say. You're making up
You
But
something
just
I
said it.
did not say.
all I'm
Jesus
You
saying
fucking
is,
just said it.
Christ.
like, dudes, lean into the coochie. Don't lean away from it. Like, I don't know why y'all be want to fight. Listen, if she coming out just say, "Hey, man, I need you. I need you. Come on, let's go. Let's go on over there." Hey, you know
No.
what? One
All
thing,
right.
a futon in the candle can get you a lot of ass. I don't know why y'all think y'all need this nice leather couch. Listen, I'm
Wait,
telling you, I don't know where.
get them what? What you said? What
I
is
All
it?
said
right,
a
all right,
futon
hold on,
Uh,
in the
hold on, hold
candle.
on. All right.
yeah, he
Hold
So,
on,
must
hold
so
be
on.
Eda
like
man,
19. He must be
hold on,
19
Eda
years
man.
old.
I got a question. I got a question. Eda man, the men that say I don't need no couch, all I need is a TV and an Xbox.
That nigga ain't getting no
Would you?
ass. You gotta at least have a futon.
That, that
You gotta at
that's
least have
fine.
somewhere for her to
That's
sit
fine,
that
Eda
you can
man. I
right
got you, Eda man.
that you can
We're not
rub on her
arguing.
back.
Eda man, we're not arguing about if you're getting asinine. We're talking about the mentality of the men that say these things. The mentality of the men that say, I don't need no furniture. Just give me the a crate, a milk cart crate, a TV, and an Xbox and a laptop. That's all I need because I go to work and I come home just to take a nap. Do you consider majority of those men that say that are leaders in a household?
No, I don't think they leaders and I
Thank
don't think
you.
they expect to get no ass. Listen.
Thank you.
You ain't gonna get no ass with no damn food. I mean, with no milk crate. No, listen. You go to Walmart selling for $149. Back in my day, I want to go get me that futon that lays out in case somebody's staying over, because I don't just let anybody stay in my bed. And you gotta get you a TV. Now, this is the trick. You gotta have the TV mounted because it shows that you got some type of manliness. You can't have it just sitting on no milk crate. I keep telling y'all, you gotta show her like, I'm committed, but I ain't that committed to spend
Hold on, Eat a
$1,000
Man.
on the furniture.
So Eat a Man. So SH made a good question and everybody ignored it, right? Well, Shadow wanted to address it, but he didn't get a chance to yet. Maybe he's going to address it shortly. But SH, can you please ask the question again? I think this is a great time for all the men to answer it on all these things that, whether if he bring to the household or not bring to the household, does that make him man? Can you re-ask that question again, please?
I think my question was about the value. So you put value or effort into like things you care about. So the game, or you put effort into your car, let's say. But why is it that when you have your own place, the effort dissipates? Why don't you want to make that space your own?
The effort doesn't dissipate. That is the space is our own with just those few things. We don't need to hang up some fucking pictures for decoration. We don't need to have a TV if we're never going to use it. We don't need to do that extra stuff to make it our place. That's y'all be doing that shit because you're like, oh, someone might come over, like a friend might come over, I might have a get together. If you're not having get-togethers and stuff, that shit is irrelevant.
Yeah, so I think it comes down to how the men communicate. Because like, if I was in that situation, I'd just say, "Hey, SA, I've been in the military, man. I done had to move my life at least 4 or 5 times from duty stations to duty stations. I'm not gonna put a whole bunch of time and have to sell this stuff within a year or 2 years. So I'm really not putting that energy. My car, I could just take that with me. So I ain't putting all that. But when I settle down, getting out the military, I get a woman like, a good woman. So I'm gonna let her do her thing. So that's what I'm saying. But
that
I kind of
sound real crazy because the military moves you. They will store your shit, right? They do all of that. And unless you're living in a barracks, you mean you're gonna get housing, right? And you're not gonna furnish nothing?
No, I'm saying like if you understand what I'm saying, like you gotta store your own stuff typically for the deployment, right? That's neither here nor there. The point that I'm gonna tell her is she got two options. SH, listen, she gonna accept what I told her, or she gonna keep it moving. Like
No, wait.
I think, but
hold on a minute, because I think I think something's
missing
being
the conversation.
So the conversation is what it started about men not doing these things because without motivation, children or a woman, they wouldn't want or need any of these things. When a woman is an adult, she would make her home, if she's by herself, a home. But when a man is an adult, he doesn't do that. He lives with as little as possible because he's not motivated enough to make his house a home. So now my question is, when you guys are looking for women, do y'all invite them over to your house? And
that's why I got that camera.
And you think it's cool when you go in there, you got your 2 forks, like he said, and your bed, and no couch, nowhere for her to sit, no nothing. You think that represents that you got your life, like you doing something?
No, but the bookshelf there, because it showed that I read every day. So there's things that men will put in their house. No. There's things that men will put in our house. Bro, stop fucking.
No, absolutely.
No, you're right, Sharon. Fuck it.
We saying that men
no, bro, you like doing that goofy ass shit.
Hold on. No, we gotta have the conversation about what we're talking about. It ain't a bunch of men that got no couch, but they got books.
Right.
Like we having a conversation. Let's not turn it into it's about me.
No, you're right. They're just talking about man bashing. You're right, bro. You got that.
Man bashing.
Oh, all right.
I'm just over that goofy ass shit.
But
like that shit's getting dumb now.
You guys think?
Okay, well, mute yourself.
All right. So to SH, what she said, you guys keep on hearing, oh, we don't put this in the house, therefore we're not making it our home. We are making it our home. It's just different than how you would want your home. And I don't know why you guys don't get that. If I don't have these things that you guys consider, oh, if I buy this, this isn't my home until I buy these things. Like my girl and I have these discussions all the time where she wants to buy something because it makes the house more homely, it makes it more lively to her and stuff like that. But I'm not really like that. I don't really like buying extra stuff for no reason. Like I didn't have a TV for probably like 10 years because I don't watch TV at all. So I didn't buy a TV until.
Hold on, please. When y'all start making it personal about you,
I'm not making it. I'm just giving an example. I'm just giving an example. You guys gave an example of JP not wiping his ass, but yet I give an example of not buying a TV for 10 years, and now I'm making it personal.
Hold on, please. No, yes, you are making it personal. You're talking about a personal item like a TV.
We have to talk. All right, that's great. So dudes in general might just have a different value system, like PhD and other people were saying. I listened to the conversation. I don't need you to repeat it. So they might just have a different value system.
Please listen to the conversation.
You want to talk? Go ahead.
The conversation is about men that are saying all they need is a TV and a goddamn milk crate, play some video games. And so now we're having a conversation about that. Stop trying to equate that man as the one that is reading books. Stop trying to equate that man as the reason why I don't have a TV, but the rest of my house is furnished is because I don't watch TV. That is not what the conversation about. I don't have.
That's fine.
I don't have a bunch of TVs. Hold on, let me finish saying what I'm saying so y'all can understand the conversation instead of trying to make it about something else. Because we keep trying to have a conversation about. Like the problem is y'all cannot maintain a conversation. I'm talking. I don't understand. Have the conversation about what I want to have a conversation about. Not talk about no goddamn, oh, it's because me. We're talking about in general.
Nobody's talking to you. I'm responding to SH. If she feels like I'm not responding to her question.
He did respond to my question, so
So I don't know why he feels the need to interrupt me to talk like I was talking to him.
Well, hold on.
Because you are not following the conversation.
Let her say that.
No, I don't have to let her do anything.
Okay, all right. You
I don't know why y'all think.
This is
because you're talking for no reason. Y'all making it stressful because I don't know what's up with y'all men that feel like somebody is talking about you personally is weird to me.
She asked us a question, and I'm answering her question.
Okay.
I'd like to respond to her too.
So getting back to it, I was giving an example of that. If we want to go into the deep stuff, I didn't have anything in my house. I had an air mattress and some monitors. That's all I had in my house when I met my girl. So yes, if you're talking about, the dudes that only have a carton or crate and this and that and the other, yes, I was one of those dudes. I didn't have nothing in my house. I was just answering her specific question about why do you guys not make it homely when you live there? And she was talking to us on the panel. She wasn't talking in general.
So that's it. So I want to. So I believe I'm gonna show up in different.
Eda, man, you've been talking a lot. You know.
Well, come on camera. We don't know y'all trying to talk because you ain't on camera.
Wow.
Go ahead.
All right,
hold on. Wait. Let me guide it because he did respond to me, but I'm speaking specifically on motivation here. Because when now you want a woman and children, these things start to matter. You understand what I'm saying? Because I'm bringing it back to where the conversation began. The conversation began is this. We don't need these things until a woman starts coming into the picture. And I'm saying, why do you shrink necessities only now because you want a woman? And then if you're looking for a woman, why then is your place not set up?
Well, because my motivation gonna show in other places. Like I'm working 2 jobs, I'm getting money. Like she gonna see that I'm motivated outside this home. That home ain't gonna measure me as a man, right?
That's most men. Is that most men? Is that most men?
No, I'm just saying that I think that if he ain't doing nothing, no.
Is it most men?
No, I said no.
Okay, so talk about what most men are thinking about.
Oh, well, most of them are lazy. I'm agreeing with it, but I think that we can't say. I'm saying that we can't just say what his home look like and this nigga working at Boeing and say he ain't motivated. Look, that's the point that I'm saying is that the home don't matter if you got a work ethic. Now, if you ain't got a work ethic, now you got to try to prove something through your home, then it matters.
Y'all are
Y'all would
crazy.
say, yeah, because it's
Y'all
weird,
are
because
crazy,
you're
bro.
saying that this man got this good job making money, but then you're saying when he come home, he don't care about the comfort of his home.
You keep on
And
saying he
No,
doesn't
Bum,
care.
we're
He's
just saying
comfortable
he's
with
not
that. Like,
spending it.
it's
you guys keep
okay.
on saying that we're comfortable with that stuff. We're comfortable with how the
Listen,
home
we're
looks.
talking about the men who said they're comfortable without having anything except a crate, TV, and an Xbox. That's what.
Right.
Look, y'all
Those
forgot
people are
that
just
before
minimalists.
SH,
That
he
is
I
was
not
don't know
going
if I would
minimal.
say
all
all
the
them people
way
are minimal. All
back
right, let's relax.
with
You.
where the men said we're not motivated to do any of those until like a woman. And that's why we're asking, why does it take a woman to come into your life to now motivate you to do something?
To do that one aspect, but they're doing all. You can say like they're doing all. Like
Yes,
man brought up the
that
example of
one
them working.
aspect is what we're talking
Yes, the
about.
one aspect, because maybe that's the one aspect that we're like, I don't really care that much about it. I'm comfortable with how it is. But if a woman wants more, I'm gonna do more for her. But everything else, that's where they want to dedicate their time. Everybody can't dedicate 100% of their effort to 100% of the things they do. You have to divvy it up. You have to segregate it. You have to do
Why?
things a
But we
different way
women
for
don't
different
have to
things
do
about
that,
how you
right?
want.
We required.
Yes, y'all
We
do.
require.
That's why
No, we
y'all
require.
don't go. That's why y'all don't
Well,
ask for raises as much. That's why y'all don't ask for promotions as much. You guys don't dedicate to your
oh, women
careers.
don't ask for
Generally
promotions.
speaking,
Y'all,
the
you're
ones that
just
you're
like
talking about,
saying
the ones
any
that you're
damn
talking about
thing
that
right
want
now.
the ones that want a family and stuff, they don't dedicate as much time and effort into their careers as they do for their family.
Well,
That's why they go
that's
the
not
criminal
true.
route.
There's a lot of women who
It
got
is the true.
they
I didn't say
high
a
in
lot. I
their
didn't say there's
status
none. I didn't
and
say
they
there's
have
none.
children.
I didn't say there's
And
none.
see, that's what y'all don't like.
That's
But
the
that
issue, is
women
that you
can
take
do
it
the
offensively.
multiple
It's a
things. She
fact.
can
It's a fact.
multitask,
It's a
still make
fact
sure
that you
that our
cannot
home is
dedicate 100%
comfortable
of your
and all
effort
that
to
shit.
100% of the
But
things you do.
but the thing
Good
is,
morning,
right?
Sharon.
The
Your
idea
mic
that
is
y'all
messed
will
up, Ma.
make up y'all make up shit and then y'all make it personal to yourselves,
Well,
which
if
is
my
the
Uh,
most
Bum, is your
ridiculous
question,
if
thing.
we
why is
agree
that
that
not
most
comfortable
females
for
make
those
up,
men?
hold on, because y'all are being Wall Street Willie, you need to drop it, come back. Your microphone is messed up. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna try to give it a round table, try to keep it short and concise. Don't ramble about something that we are not talking about, please. Let's keep it concise to what the conversation is. I know Mont wanted to say something, so we're gonna allow Mont to jump in so we can have a little bit of calmness back into the conversation so we can actually talk about the topic of what we're talking about, not just brag about men that are doing all the right things, but also doing the wrong thing as well. Like like a man that don't wash, maybe he don't wash his ass because he was working for 72 hours. Get the F out of here. It's not what's going on. So stop trying to act as if because there's one man that you know that he was living in his mama's basement trying to come up with Microsoft, that now all men are living like that as well. It's just not a true statement at all, not even close. So go ahead, Mike. Please talk to the conversation that we are having about the men that are saying all they need is a goddamn TV and the Xbox. And when a woman comes in, all of a sudden they need all these new things. How did he turn from a minimalist to all of a sudden now he needs ambiance?
Yeah, I think a lot of men don't mature until that point. But what I will say, because I kind of agree with y'all now that I think about it, right? What I was speaking to earlier was kind of like a young man, right? If you are a young man, absolutely, it makes sense to live like that. But if these are grown, fully adult men saying this, then I would disagree with that. I think that as you mature, you start to value different things. You start to value things that you didn't value before. Like, you want to invite people over, you want to entertain, you want to host, you want to, do more than just fuck women, on an air mattress. You want to kind of live differently. So I definitely, as you age and as you mature, I definitely believe that men should start to value these things. Like I'm like, listen, I don't even do faux leather, nothing, right? I hate none of that. So I definitely agree that you should, as you mature, you should definitely value these things. And if you don't value these things as a man, maybe you should be around different men.
Okay. We have good day to you, Max Leisure. Good day to you. How you doing? Try not to smoke on camera. I really appreciate it if you don't. Let
No
me get a
problem.
mic check.
Yo.
Okay, you sound good. Would you like to jump in this part of the conversation?
Yes, sir. And thanks for having me. Appreciate it. I just wanted to help shadow, because I understand what shadow realm is, what is it, Shadow the Titan? What he's saying, because you two are speaking on two different things. You're speaking on living life in the context of getting women. He's speaking on living life in the context of upgrading as a man, and then getting to the point where you now can focus on other things other than upgrading your life. And then at that point, he'll be at where you're at. But as a dude, dudes are naturally minimalist. Like, it's a masculine thing to just only need a few tools, but you could do a lot of things with those few tools. But men nowadays have become more feminine. Women have become more masculine and everything. So it's kind of like they're blending in the middle, trying to be the same thing, but we're not the same thing. Shadow is more towards how dudes are, just naturally. When you don't have pussy as the number one motivator.
I got a question. When has minimalist became that I don't have a couch?
If a minimalist could have a couch or a minimalist could not have a couch, each individual person is different. So, some people would be cool with a bing bag. Some people just need a blow up mat or whatever. The whole thing is. The whole thing is.
So this is the problem, right? So hold on, Max. The problem is people don't really understand the words that I use. Minimalist doesn't mean that I don't have anything. That's not what it means.
You have not at all.
Even the minimalist aesthetic, it is still very well furnished.
No, it's not.
It means that things are not out of place. Things are used in its proper spaces. So therefore, if you have an office, you're still gonna have a desk. You're gonna have your computer. You're gonna have your like everything is still aesthetically pleasing to the eye. It's still comfortable for you and your family. You could easily have a family living in a minimalist house.
But
so this idea that a minimalist place is not furnished is just ridiculous, and we got to stop with the conflations of things just to win an argument. Please stick to the topic, and then we'll be able to navigate to the next version of the topic. But when we keep getting caught up in just trying to grandiose and grandstand for men for no reason, we get stuck in place.
But the thing is, I am staying on subject because you just described a different level of being a minimalist. You could be a millionaire and a minimalist, but if you're not a millionaire, then your minimal stuff is going to be, you're going to have a different level of minimal stuff. It's the mentality of, I'm only going to have around me the things that I need. If I don't need it, I'm not going to have it around me. I'm not going to purchase it. I'm not going to spend my money on it. I'm only going to spend my money on things that help me.
Air mattress, you can't justify that.
That's it. He just wants to. Why do you got, what type of sheets you got on your bed, Sharon? You got 1,000 thread count sheets? Sharon, my bad. I'm sorry.
Yes.
But you gotta have
sheets. And why?
Hold on, please. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, please. Ask me a question. Somebody got to mute up because I hear some static. I got 1,000 count Egyptian cotton. Yes.
Now why?
Because I like how it feels on my skin.
No, because women likes how it feels on their skin, and they're gonna love it when they lay in it. That's why. But he's not in a position.
Pause there, Max. Pause there, Max. See, and this is the problem. My wife had no idea of thread counts and sheets. I was the one that said, "Hey, no, I only sleep on these type of sheets."
So and when she slept on it for the first time,
for some reason, men believe that they are supposed to be dirty, disgusting, and have no furniture.
Not saying that.
No, but you assumed it. You assumed that my wife was the one that wanted the sheets because she likes how I feel on her skin. But what I'm trying to get you and other men to understand, I was the one that led her into getting that bougie ass cotton for no reason, right? Because I didn't know you had a wife. On my skin, not because of somebody, but you asked me something personal, so that's why I gave you the answer.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying I wasn't asking in the context of I thought your wife was the one who did it. I thought you were a single bachelor, and the reason why you got it is because women love that.
Hold on. Maxie, you said because women like how they feel on their skin. That's why I'm addressing it that way. I like how it feel on my skin, and that's why I want those kind of sheets on my bed.
Right. And you had no thoughts of how it's going to.
Also, something that I do when I leave the house, I make sure my bed is made. right? So some men, they would say, I don't care, it's going to get messed up. Yeah, well, I'm going to mess it up every single day. I want my bed made when I leave my house. I don't just
You're
throw the pillows
confusing.
and blankets any goddamn way.
You're
I want
confusing
the
being
dishes
messy
clean.
with messy has nothing to do with being a minimalist or not a minimalist. Because I'm pretty
Absolutely
sure
it does.
Shadow's apartment is clean and everything like that and well taken care of and stuff. It
Shadow don't
has
make his
nothing to
bed.
do, huh?
Shadow don't make his bed when he leave.
Well, then he don't make his head, but that has nothing to do. Remember, we're talking about being a minimalist.
And so no,
That
that's
has
not what the
nothing to do with
conversation is.
being a
But
minimalist.
Maxie, but this is also
I make
proving
my
a
bed
point,
every
right?
day. Fuck you, Mark.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on with the just. Hold on, y'all. So this is also proving a point, right? Even when it comes down to the 1,000 thread Egyptian cotton, and you could get more threads if you want to, but I think it's a little too silver. Then it feels
That's
like
funny.
silk. But regardless, most men already they look at it as is because of a woman. That is a problem. Men need to have some goddamn leadership skills that says, no, I actually like feeling nice too. And men will try to use the excuse of their woman. Well, my wife, she just likes things nice to smell good. She likes the house to be clean. So, I got to buy it. No, you like it clean too. If you have that goddamn sheet that I have, when they touch your skin and you go to sleep nice and calm because it keeps your temperature regulated, you won't like it too.
But let me ask you,
When you
Sharon,
got
you getting
different
Why y'all just
dishes
keep
and you got
making it
different
seem
towels,
like
you
you're
got a towel
messy?
to wipe
You
your
don't
hands,
clean
and you
up
also
behind
got
yourself.
a towel to dry your hands. You're gonna feel good too when you don't gotta walk around the house with just dripping and wiping your goddamn hands on your pants.
but
Yeah,
Sharon, let
like
me
I think
ask
I
are
you,
you
think
trying to
you
I think
were
suggest
if
were
that
you getting
Hold
a
on,
are you trying to
Willie.
oh, you
thousand
just
suggest that
want me
pounds?
to go
minimalists
next?
don't
Hold
have
on, Willie.
towels?
I got you. Willie, I'm gonna bring you in, Shorty. Hold on, Willie. Go
Are you
ahead,
trying to suggest
Max.
that that minimalists don't buy towels and toilet paper?
No, what I'm trying to suggest that when a man is moving in his deen, that he don't have a beige wall with nothing on it. He don't have no bare walls. That's what I'm saying.
You watch?
That don't
Did you watch
happen
Dragon Ball Z
when you move
growing
with
up?
intentions, right? Yeah, good.
Did you?
Say it
I'm
again.
sorry to keep cutting you. I think it's a bit of a
Yeah, no,
delay.
you good.
I'm not meaning to cut you off, but
No problem.
have you watched? Did you watch Dragon Ball Z as a kid growing up? Are you familiar with the
I got
hyperbolic time chamber? The
yes,
concept of the hyperbolic time chamber? They didn't
yes.
when they go in there, that's a minimalist lifestyle because they're only there to train. They don't need mattresses, thread. They're only there to train. And that's what I'm saying is when you're a minimalist on the bottom level, you're living life in a
Mhm.
hyperbolic time chamber and you're not thinking about what's going on outside of
Perfect.
what you're
Pause
focused
there.
on. And as you
Pause there.
move up, that's when you
Pause
start to
there.
care more about
Pause there.
luxuries.
So what I'm saying is that as a minimalist, you will have a certain section for that part of your life. You say, hey, I need these things over here for when I'm doing whatever that is, meditation, boxing, yoga, cycling, whatever. You have it dedicated. When you need those little Goku toys behind you, you're not what you should. You have a certain. We see the men in the manosphere. They have all the goddamn action figures. They have all the dolls behind them. We be trying to act like that is masculine as hell. That they play with goddamn action figures at the age of 45 and 50. Nobody say nothing. Like, yeah, that's masculine. Go ahead and play with all the toys. Keep on collecting action figures.
Yeah. So I think too, Sharon, listening to it, I do think age make a difference now. Because I was thinking from the young me when I was single. But if I was now single at my age, it's no way I would have a futon when I think on it, right? Do age matter to women, SH, on where they're at in this stage of furnishing their apartment?
Does age matter? I think age does play a factor. I want to just add to the minimalist conversation because I just looked it up so that I'm not speaking off my own verbiage. A minimalist is intentional spending, like they have intentional ownership of things. It doesn't mean that like you have one towel and no hand towel. Like you may have the hand towel, but you bought the most durable one, right? So you don't have to keep spending. So you are strategically spending your money, but a minimalist is not saying, I don't need this. So I'm not, they're not saying I may need it, but I'm going to thug it out and survive without it. They are getting things that are necessary for a home, but it's intentionally durable, probably not the most expensive, but it looks nice, it's there, and it still makes a home aesthetically pleasing.
So what you
All
just
that is
said,
true.
find something that's necessary in the home, and you brought up a hand towel. Hand towel is not necessarily necessary. You can have paper towels, right?
But a hand towel would be more
for the
efficient.
kitchen.
Okay,
You don't have to
whatever.
constantly
You're in your
rebuy hand
bathroom.
towels.
You're in your bathroom.
SH, can you? Oh, sorry. Can you actually look up pictures of a minimalist house? Just a minimalist apartment, and you'll see what we're talking
about. To be honest,
about.
I don't know.
No,
Like,
we're not gonna
we're going back and forth on minimalist thing, and I think that anybody up here, well, at least I can say that I was definitely, because people in the comments are like, oh, people up there are saying minimalism, you was living like a bum. Yeah, like I was definitely living like a bum. I was definitely like, I could afford the stuff that I wanted, but I was still living like a bum. I'm not necessarily arguing that, because minimalist, everything is on a scale. And so to say like, oh, that's not minimalist because I don't think like that is a part of minimalism, or that if you only have this, it's not minimalism, is kind of dumb. I think that people should just accept that, hey, if you didn't have anything in your house, you was living like a bum. It doesn't mean you was a bum or that you was broke, but it is what it is. You can say like certain things maybe you didn't buy because you want to be minimalist, like a TV, or I think not buying a bed. That was like definitely one of the worst decisions. I definitely should have bought a bed. But that's really the only decision I can think back on of not having in my place that I'm like, I should have had. Everything else I was doing with my money, I'm definitely happy with, and I'm pretty much everything I'm happy with, and I'm content with how I was living.
So you're not I'm not calling nobody a bum if they have
money.
You
should call them a bum. That's the problem.
No.
Y'all be sugarcoating shit.
Like Shadow, he said he had money, but
got a name for those type of people, Jules. It's called a bum.
No, wait a minute.
It's trash that I throw away.
Hold on, y'all. SA was talking. Hold on. Let her finish the thought. Go ahead.
Yeah, wait a minute. So yeah, if you have money, I'm not gonna call you a bum. But what I'm trying to get through your head is that men seem to not be minimalists. Y'all seem to want to live like you're surviving, like you're on Survivor. You have a box. You're living in a box with nothing in it. Every minimalist photo that I looked on, they had a couch. They had a table. They had a bed frame. It had those things because that's what a house requires. If you go in your bathroom, okay, you chose to put a roll of paper towels to dry your hands. That was a choice. But you have something functional to dry your hands after you wash them. That's the point. A minimalist is not somebody who just discards necessities. You are somebody who has them regardless. That's my point.
But I guess I think people up here are confused about how, like, are you guys talking about a 5% of the population that doesn't have anything in their house? Because when you talk about these dudes, I just don't think that people up here recognize the vast majority of dudes that are living single in apartments or whatever, not having anything in their household, like towels or soap or something. But I haven't been to many dudes' apartments, so I think the women really should be taking the lead on this conversation. So if they say they met a lot of dudes that don't have soap or don't have this in their apartments, then I mean, it is what it is. That's just the case. I'm not gonna disagree. I don't go to dudes' apartments. What am I gonna argue? No, that's not true. Like, how the hell would I know?
So because you're a dude and you had an apartment.
Okay, but I'm one dude. If they're saying, let's say the women up here are like, yeah, like out of the dudes that I talked to that had an apartment by themselves, they didn't have any of these things. Okay, that's
is it not weird that all 5 men here said the same thing? Like 5 out of 5 men agreed to the same situation, that while we didn't need a lot, but once we decided to be with somebody else, we changed what we did for that person. We didn't do it right. That's a different story.
Why? Like now I'm on the point that they was talking about, which is, but why did it take you to say I need to be with someone to get soap? Like I'm sitting here trying to say like whether I was with
who's saying soap, nigga?
No, I know.
Nigga, who said soap? Goddamn, bro.
Just real quick, because I came in halfway through the conversation.
This is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna bring you back in, Maxie. Let
I got one question. Can I ask a question before I go? Was somebody defending being dirty? Because I missed that part of the conversation.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
Defending like not having soap.
There's a lot of talk over, like talking about, like people. Yeah. It just seems like two different things.
I don't mind going. I don't mind. And then I just wanted that cleared up.
Yeah, and then I just said like the soap thing, and I was like, if the women up here are saying like the dudes that they talked to, they went to the apartments and they have soap and shit, then that's just is what it is. And then Shadow's like, well, who's defending not having soap or something? It's like, bro, you just talked after me to say like, oh, well, when I met a woman or when I wanted to be with a woman, I didn't start.
Nigga, what the fuck did that have to do with soap? Like I said, you're doing that same weird ass shit Sharon does. I said something very specific, and then you went and got nah, bro. Stop playing with me, nigga.
Attention, man. It don't matter.
That's
Point
fucking
being, I think
goofy.
we're just talking over each other and shit, and I think that it just minimalism is a scale, and I wouldn't want someone to come up here. They can look at the strict definition, but values and perspectives and how people want to do certain things with their money or what they feel is best is going to be different. But it can still be minimalist.
But let's be clear: if you got an air,
this house is still minimalist.
If you got an air mattress, you broke. Let's be clear. Like, hold on. I don't know a dude. No, I don't know a dude with an air mattress who ain't broke. At least, especially if they working like
at least
15.
one. You know at least one.
No, I don't.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, it's no way that a dude's making 6 figures, 100,000 a year, and he's sleeping on the air mattress.
Why do you think
it's no way a dude is working?
I agree that the majority of them are not, but why do you think that it's just not possible?
No, I'm not saying that it's a zero chance. I'm saying if she had the I'm saying 9 out of 10 times, if you walk in that apartment and you see an air mattress, he's broke. Because
that's what my girl told me. She was like, I walked in, all you had was an air mattress. I thought you was broke. I thought you was lying. Because I had a car, so I had a Stinger. So it's not crazy expensive or nothing, but I had a Stinger at the time. And she was like, I thought you spent all your money on a car. You was broke, blah, blah, blah. So it was definitely, I 100% understand what you're saying. And I agree, like 9 times out of 10.
I'm just saying, if you work 10, 12 hours, you don't want to come home to an air mattress. Like it's just one of those things that as a minimalist, you go like, I'm gonna have, like always had a nice bed. I always had like a futon. I always had like the pack of dishes that come in the 5-pack. I ain't have one. I don't even know how you buy 1 fork and spoon, right? But I had the 5-pack. The 5-pack that you can set out the table.
That has everything. Yeah.
I got the 6 pots. You know how the one the pack at Walmart that gives you all 6 pots. Like I didn't have like multiple of the same pots. I had one of each one of those pots, right? And I was clean. I think that speaks to when you come, she see your shoes on the shoe rack, because I had a little shoe rack in there, and she noticed that it was vacuumed. We put some stuff in the carpet, vacuum that into the carpet. Like I'm gonna be clean. I didn't know we was going to dudes ain't taking baths. Like that's like next level.
That's why I brought up, like, are we talking about 5% of the population, or are people saying like this is an actual epidemic? Which is why I said let the women talk about it, because maybe I don't know what dudes do at their apartments, but maybe women up here have more experience talking to dudes that had apartments and they weren't doing these things, or whatever the case may be. That's why I said that.
So the issue is that you don't need, all you gotta do is listen to them. They tell us all the time. It's the reason why Kevin Samuels had the rocket ship where he went. Like he was literally teaching men how to be men, how to dress, how to smell, what kind of shirt, he literally had a show and explained to men how to wipe their ass. That is insane. It's literally, people have conversations like, hey, women are saying, damn, my husband be having goddamn tie-up streak marks and they goddamn under. This is not bruh, y'all gotta pay attention to what these men are saying and stop acting like you are the man that said it. Just because you know how to wash your ass, it doesn't mean that millions of other brothers don't know. Like they do the same thing. They are not. Just because you knew how to go ahead and get an apartment and tough it out and build up your wealth, majority of people are not even close. You one out of like out of what, 30 million probably that did it.
Can you imagine, Sharon?
Just because you did something means that other men did it is bad faith conversation. I know I did a lot of goddamn things as a man, and I know majority of men they are not moving like how I am. Thought pattern.
But could you imagine waking up at 3 a.m. in the morning?
Is crazy.
Yeah, I got it. But can you imagine waking up at 3 a.m., blowing up your air mattress?
I really don't want to be bringing this up, but this is how you know, right? When you go to some of my boys' birthday, when you start being around other people with children, you go to their birthday parties. Guess what? You'll start to find out they ain't got no goddamn juice for the kids. They don't got the right buns for the hot dogs. They ain't got the right hamburger. Like you like, goddamn, you didn't bring no juices and waters for the kids. I see all this damn alcohol here.
Y'all ain't got
You
no
didn't
ketchup,
get
mayonnaise for the hot dogs, mustard for the
like so
hot
like
dogs.
when you start doing man shit and then you start going around other men that ain't doing it, it is noticeably. It is
Yeah,
noticeable.
yeah, you
So
broke if you
like
got the
when they
ketchup
come when they
packages
come to
from
my house
McDonald's.
and they come to my house for a barbecue, everything is laid out. Everything is comfortable. It smell good. It look good. All the kids got juices. Well, they got their own play area, so we can go smoke our cigar over here where the kids don't bother us. We got our music over here. We got Baby Shark playing over there. Because I'm a man, I'm going to set it up the way how a man is supposed to set up living. So this way, I'm the example. I'm not going to be like, oh, well, I didn't know I was supposed to have juices for kids. I ain't got no kids. That's dumb. You knew who was coming to your God. You know who's going to be, like, you know what life is. Act like it. Don't wait till some woman comes here like, oh, I didn't know you're supposed to have a towel to dry. Like, bruh. I didn't know I was supposed to have a couch to sit down. I thought I'd just go to work, sit down, and go to sleep. Your house is more than just sleeping. If you design it properly, you're going to be there more. That's the truth of the matter. When you make your house comfortable, you'll be there. You ain't going to need to be going outside late at night because you enjoy your house.
But
you enjoy what you built for your goddamn self.
I agree with Sharon. If lay out your house or your apartment, because I don't know, we keep on saying house, but whatever your dwelling is, whatever is most comfortable for you. For a lot of dudes, it seems we are fine with not having a crazy amount of stuff, and that's just is what it is. And it seems like people up here want to argue against that. Like people are unhappy that dudes can just be simple.
Can I jump into that part right there?
Go ahead. Whatever is most comfortable, whatever most comfortable.
So the issue that I'm having with that, if your aesthetic was just very minimal, even when you have your family, that aesthetic is still going to remain the same. Yes, when you get more money, it probably be, more expensive things. But regardless, if you have a jungle idea of a household, regardless if the kids are there or not, you're still going to have a whole bunch of plants. It's the same thing with the minimal part. That's my issue.
Let me and I will caveat saying,
right, I agree with that.
You can have it however you're comfortable. Just recognize that maybe how you find it to be comfortable, the vast majority of people, especially women, are not going to find it to be comfortable. So you will not be finding a woman with your place like that, most likely. But you can do whatever you want and just recognize there's consequences to your actions. And don't come on the internet bitching and talking about, oh, women ain't shit because I ain't have shit in my apartment and they don't want me and they just want a nigga with money and all this other bullshit. We don't want to hear that shit. I recognize that when I had all I had in my place, I promise you, all I had was like 2 monitors. I had a built-in desk with the apartment. I had 1 monitor on my because it was it was 1 bedroom, but I had 1 monitor on like the kitchen counter, 1 monitor on the thing, and I had an air mattress. That's like all I had in my apartment. I recognized that if I brought a girl over, she might laugh in my face and walk out. I recognize the consequences of my actions. I ain't get on the internet and bitch about it. I ain't bitching about it right now. So don't come on the internet doing that shit. I hate that shit. Recognize that what you do and what you don't do has consequences, and accept those consequences for what you do or don't do.
They are retarded. Hey, I was agreeing with you for a minute.
I gotta disagree that who you are in your 20s is who you're gonna be for the rest of your life, right? Like you may be comfortable with basic things in your 20s. One of the reasons why my first apartment I only had basic things is because I was bringing them from my college dorm room, right? So I had everything I needed to furnish a bedroom, right? But I didn't have a couch and everything else in my college dorm room. So when I set up this apartment, I just didn't have that at the time. Now, me being me, I'm gonna figure out a way to make it work. So since the bedroom's furnished, ain't no sitting down in the living room. When you come in, we're going straight to the bedroom, right? It was a great strategy. But what I'm saying is who you are in your 20s doesn't define who you're gonna be for the rest of your life. Like men mature. We start to want different things. We want to see the picture of our mother and I on the wall. You get what I'm saying? But that may not be the case coming straight out of college. Coming out of college, I had that queen size bed. You know what I mean? I took the queen size bed that I had in my mother's house. I put the two of them together, right? Because my mother wanted to take over that room. Now I got a super duper California king size, right? I got my big screen TV and whatnot, the essentials in my bedroom. Yes, my bathroom was immaculate. I'm big on keeping.
Nobody want to hear you brag about what you got. What the hell wrong with y'all? Y'all keep making
No,
it
but
about your goddamn
Nah, hold
selves.
on, but I
no,
was
but
making a
look
point.
though, he's proven that I don't believe that all of y'all just are simple like that. I think men like stuff. I just don't think that when y'all get y'all apartments or whatever, y'all are doing it. And I don't
Correct.
understand the lack of motivation to just do it. He's
I,
proving that y'all like stuff. Y'all don't just want to sit up in nothing.
right. Like, and I'll just put it to you this way. When I was a child, I furnished as a child. When I became a man, I got rid of that childish futon, right? So as men develop and get older, yeah, we start to look at the things in our home that, nah, I should have this. You know what I mean? I gotta get rid of that. Right. But coming out of college, when I got my first apartment, I had what I had in my dorm room. And that was what I needed to make an immaculate spread in my bedroom where some of the greatest cheeks in North America got clapped, right? It worked for me, right? But as I got older, I wanted a different aesthetic for my home. I started to take pride in my home. I started to have people over. When I was young, I really only had women over. I wasn't doing kickbacks and birthday parties. So what I had worked. As I got older, I needed different things.
Yeah, now look,
All
check it
right,
out, bro.
so
You're saying age. You're saying you're attributing age, and it is that, but I think the underlying factor is experience. Because for guys, our value comes with uh via experience. Women, their value is linked to their beauty, right? So as a dude, when you're a
no, it's
young
not.
man and you don't have a lot of experience,
Wait, pause
you're
there.
going to
Pause
be at
there.
the stage, you're going to be at the
Pause
minimalist
there.
stage.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Pause
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
What you mean? What you mean is linked to their beauty? What you mean by that?
Just women in general, when men perceive them and their value, it's based off of their beauty. Men in general could care less about where a woman works, how good she is at math, or any of this other stuff. They're attracted to women by their beauty. Men become attractive to women based off of their experience, because with experience is when you start doing that player shit, because you've been able to test and trial all type of things, and you just keep the best things that work. That comes with experience.
So, so
Experience
you
comes with
saying
time, so that's how it's
so
linked to age.
so men date stupid women and marry stupid women?
No, it's just like if a dude would
Oh,
rather
okay. So
have a
okay, so Elon, so like Jeff Bezos, he married his wife because she was beautiful.
yeah,
No,
you ain't
that's
see
not
him
what he
with no
said.
ugly chicks,
Did you see his
but
wife? You
what?
seen Jeff Bezos' wife?
No, I haven't. I assume she was
Oh,
beautiful.
so you're
I
assuming.
mean, I don't know how many he's
So you
had, but
assume.
I've seen
It's
one.
okay.
I've
You
seen one that
assume.
he had, and she was gorgeous.
It's okay.
But on that level,
Hold
you
on.
married based on
Hold on.
power.
Hold on. So do you think
Shit
Hillary
look crazy.
Clinton is a beautiful woman?
When she was younger, I would have took her down. Yeah, take some
I ain't
picture.
asked you what.
Look at
I
some
told
Like
you
photos
to
of
look
a
like
have.
young
white women.
Hillary Clinton.
I
She
didn't.
was
Kick
Hold
fucking
on. I
them
beautiful.
need you to answer the. I ain't asked you. I didn't ask you if you have sex with her. We know men will have sex with ugly women all the time, right? We just had a
But
show
she
the other
wasn't
day where
ugly
the
when
man
she was
said
young.
he didn't care if she was ugly or not. So you saying that you would take her down doesn't have anything to do with her beauty. So what I'm saying, we could
Well,
go down a
that's
long
true.
list of
That's true.
we could go down a long list of men that marry women and don't got nothing to do with her beauty, as we can see.
All I'm saying is the dude.
So we need men to stop lying and be honest about what's going on. Men actually care about intelligence. They just care more about what
Talk to him,
another man
Sharon.
says.
Oh,
Not at all,
oh.
dude. You're way off. Dudes just don't
They
care.
care
Dudes
about what
really don't
other
care.
men say. The problem is that so many men, and this is when Diva's going to be proving her fucking point right again. And I hate that. I hate that y'all want to be beta males so goddamn badly. Stop believing what other men saying and go ahead and live your own life the way how you need to be.
Dude,
Stop. We see ugly women on a day-to-day basis get married. We see women that is in college, and that man, that doctor, he usually marries somebody that's at higher education. Like if he ain't marrying no goddamn Foot Locker girl, no disrespect to anybody that works in Foot Locker, but the doctor usually doesn't marry that. Elon Musk is not finding some goddamn woman out of goddamn McDonald's. That doesn't happen. Y'all all believe in this movie fairy tale of Pretty Woman. It's just not true.
Not a fairy tale, bro. Like, be honest. Dudes would, if you lined up 100 dudes and had them choose between a C average dime or a 5.0 average 5, the majority of them would choose the dime.
And majority of men will also choose a goddamn man, too. It don't matter
Sharon,
to
do you
them.
know why?
What?
Do you know why those doctors marry doctors?
Why they do it, man?
So they got smart babies.
It's proximity. It's just how it works. You know, you go to college, you go to school. The people that you're hanging around with are pursuing similar things to you. As you start to practice or go and become a doctor, you're meeting people and like-minded people who want to do what you do. So inevitably, you start to make partnerships with those people. Doctors have doctor friends and stuff like that. It's not as intentional as some people make it seem. But it's more so with proximity.
No. That's intentional. If I'm a doctor,
the research doesn't necessarily.
And I marry somebody that's either. If I marry somebody that's either a doctor or a lawyer, that's intentional. It's not by accident.
Research,
it's not just because
you up there.
Huh?
Mont, you think? Hold on, Mont. You think that the reason that people with PhDs and other professionals and these other accomplished, intelligent people are going after other accomplished, intelligent people has nothing to do with the intelligence factor, and it's just like proximity?
It's proximity.
Yeah, because they're typically not going to Foot Locker.
Do you think that they're more like? Do you think they're more likely to find women in the PhD area or whatever the industry that they school, the classes or the professional thing that they work in, or if they just went to the mall or the airport?
I'll say it one more time.
Do you think they're more likely to find women in the industry because we're talking about PhDs and doctors and going to school for this amount of time, heavily male dominated field, right?
Yeah.
So are they more likely to see women at their place of work and the classes they took, or are they more likely to find them at the mall or the airport or somewhere else?
They're more likely to find women at where their classes and stuff like that. You saying that being a doctor is a male dominated field?
Being a doctor?
Yeah, that's what you saying?
For sure.
Oh, there's plenty of female doctors. There's plenty of women doctors.
Well, we know there's quote unquote plenty.
Man, what about
plenty
all
is a
the
very
CNAs?
arbitrary statement. We don't know what plenty means. 20%, 10%, 40%. We don't know. But
Okay.
they're more likely to find more women in those other places because those are the other places.
I don't agree. I think there are tons of women in school. I think women in school may outnumber men.
Okay, hear about this. Why don't we do engineering?
Come on. Okay.
You think there's a bunch of women in engineering?
I think they're growing. I don't think it's.
I didn't ask if there was growing. What do you think the ratio is? You think it's 1-to-1? You think it's 2-to-1, 5-to-1, 10-to-1? What do you think it is?
And I would say it's probably out of.
No, God saving them. It's crazy. Your connection is messing up where your mic is.
Out of 10. Oh no, I was saying out of 10 people, I think two out of 10 are women. 2 to 3 out of 10 are women.
So was that 5-to-1, I guess, or something like that? So 5 or so to 1. And so those engineers, even though I think you're off a bit, I think engineering is probably like 90-something% male. So that's like 10-to-1. But
about 15% of engineers are women.
Okay, so 8-to-1 essentially, 8 to 9-to-1 ratio on that. So, okay. and that's not even going into the subsects of engineering, right? So, you're much more likely to find women at the mall or airport as an engineer. And so if we take that, that means that we know that they are going after women. They can find women somewhere else. They're not going to find them in engineering, but if they're still looking for women in professional fields, whether it be engineering, doctors, or whatever, we know that and that intelligence, that accomplishment, that ambition is attracted to them.
I don't.
It's not just.
Interestingly enough, Sharon would have stopped somebody else from doing this. because you just changed the entire scope of
Why
the
are you hating on
conversation
me,
and
bro?
make your point.
Why you got a cock
Bro,
block?
that's crazy work. Like, that's wild. You changed
Why
the whole
can I
point
be
I
cooked?
made to
Oh,
make a point that
this
didn't
man
make
jealous,
sense.
bro. This man jealous. Go ahead, Shadow man. Go ahead.
Wait, let me ask a question though. For the men who said that intelligence doesn't matter. So you got this type of girl, and she goes, I'm screaming. Oh my God. That's how she talks to you. And then you have another girl who says, oh, I know where we can go hiking and blah, blah, blah. She's intelligent. She knows where. You would rather marry the I'm screaming girl versus the intelligent one? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, the one that says, I'm screaming, typically, yeah. Look, I don't mean to
but
be
which
that
one
guy,
looks
but
better? That's what matters.
right there.
I think
Who looks
you just
better
put out the
between the
craziest
two?
stereotypes.
That's
Those are the
it. She
craziest
just gotta
stereotypes I've
look
ever
better,
heard.
and you walking around with, oh my God, let's go. You're walking around.
No,
with
I'll tell her. You just tell her to shut up with all that shit. Because when you get with a female, she changes how she is according to what you like. So you just throw all that out the window first few weeks, and then you can teach a girl things. She'll go from
Hey,
having level
they're
50
about to light you
IQ
on fire. Max, they're about to
go for
light
it.
you on fire. Get ready.
Go
All
for
right,
it.
go ahead, Shadow.
looks
You
bad,
want to
Max.
talk, Shadow? Go ahead. Go ahead, Shadow. You can talk.
You about to say something, right, bro?
Max about to make
No,
us
go
look
ahead.
bad. Oh my
Okay,
god.
so Max, let me tell you something real quick.
They
First and
like dumb
foremost,
girls because they dumb. They like dumb girls because they dumb. Okay, go
How does that make
what
sense?
Diva said.
Because because you
Thing.
can't punch above
I don't
you. If you're
understand.
stupid, you're not gonna
Hold
get
on.
someone
Please slow down.
intelligent.
Slow down. I don't understand what's going on. I really
That's
don't.
like saying teachers teach
The
because they're
man
dumb.
said something. The man said something. Then men act like we're not supposed to address the dumb shit that somebody say.
Go for it. Address
Can
it.
I address it?
I don't understand
Address it. I'm here for it. I'll help you understand.
I'll
No,
address it
I
for
want
you.
I want Shadow to please make me understand. Like, what is his point of saying that he's about to go ahead? You address it then, Shadow. Are you saying that your wife is a bird brain?
What the fuck are you talking about? Why did I even apply
You
that?
saying the
When did
woman
I
that
apply
you
that?
chose is a bird brain? Is that
When
what
did
you're
I say
saying?
that? When did I say that?
Why are you allowing this man to say that? Oh yes, men are out here just choosing dissy person. Ask this
Sharon,
man.
have I responded to him?
How about this? You ask this man since you want to accuse me of lighting somebody up. Ask this man how long he's been married. How about that?
Sharon, first and
ahead,
foremost, Mr. You and your feelings.
Ask that man. Go ahead, Shadow. Ask that man. Ask him.
I'll just answer you. I heard you. I've never been married. My longest relationship was about 7 years.
Bro, we
Thank you. So this man never been married,
Was
Shadow.
she
Then you're
smart?
gonna act like what he said got some kind of goddamn what? What does that mean?
Because I wasn't speaking on marriage. I was speaking on attraction.
I'm asking Shadow a question. Hold on, my brother. I'm asking Shadow a question. Because I'm very confused about when somebody says something and then people want to say, oh, you know, you about to. The man says something. We supposed to ignore what people say when we are on a show where it's about what people say?
So since you're in your body right now, let's go ahead and say what I actually was saying. Because yes, because if you look in the goddamn chat right now, people, Diva got in him fast. When he said what he said, y'all were gonna light his ass on fire because y'all have done it to every other person who's ever said it. Everyone. I was like, well, Max, you're about to get your ass eaten. Watch, pause. So, and I said that because history supports it. And now you're in your feelings because I was like, hey, you probably just fucked up by saying that. In fact, even while you were mad at me, even while you were mad at me, you still.
Okay, so what I'm saying, hold on. So what I'm saying, why do you not say, hey, Max, because you are a man that do not want men just acting as if your daughters or your sisters, your cousins, any woman that's in your family, you do not want men just to say, oh, we don't like you because you are smart and intelligent. We just need you to shut the F up and be dumb. So why are you going to allow this man to go ahead and push that remedial rhetoric out there and act as if women cannot be intelligent and be married and that men want Foot Locker dumb women?
I just want to say women who work at Foot Locker aren't necessarily dumb. It's offensive that you said that about those people. Number two, even when he said what he said, Oh, so now you're saying I don't want to have the conversation when I just made a valid point. Again, I even agree. It's rare that I agree with AR, but I actually agreed with what he said. But what Mont said was the facts. Hey, it's the proximity. People in higher tier money actually don't spend time going to fucking Foot Locker to find that 10 who works in Foot Locker.
But they could. But that's the point, is that they could and they choose not to.
But
Because
they don't. Why?
They want a partner because they want a partner that's more on their level, generally speaking. We're not talking about billionaires here. Billionaires, those types of people, they live a different lifestyle.
No, we're talking normal people.
We're talking about the normal people that can get a PhDs and become professionals in their field. They want people that that if they're career focused, they want someone that's also going to be career. If they want someone that's career focused, they're going to go after someone that's career focused. If they want someone that's going to be family oriented, let's say they want a family or whatever, they're going to go after someone like that. But in no way are they looking for some idiot that has a 85 IQ to raise their kids, to have their. Why would you want someone with the 85 IQ having your kids? Your kids are going to be retarded.
That's just like asking why doctors marry CNAs, which happens. They're not the same. They're not the same. They're not the same education level, but they're in the same field, so they have closer proximity to each other, which is what Mont said.
What's that got to do with what I just asked?
Most people end up with people in their proximity.
But what's that got to do with what I just asked?
What's the conversation?
He can't follow it. The issue is that we attempted to have a conversation about something, but he ain't following it. He's not following the conversation.
Sharon, how did I not follow the conversation?
Because you just answered. I didn't even say anything. I just asked you a question.
But why are
you
we
just
talking
started
about where people find their person anyway? Like, how do
It's
we
like
get to
this.
that? What's the point
The reason
of
why.
that?
Hold on. The reason why, because men come up here and say that men don't care about anything that a woman does. So we moved it off of because they was losing with the goddamn aesthetic thing. Because they need a woman to lead them into looking like a man and acting like a man and move like the man. So they all conceded to that part. And so now we moved on to the conversation of men choosing women that are stupid because men don't care about education. They don't care about money. They don't care. That's what we moved on to. So now that...
So David, he just lied through his teeth. Sorry.
Oh my goodness.
My bad.
Yeah, that was a bad recap.
That was crazy. Like, look. He rewrote this like Dragon Ball. What the fuck? Man, stop it, bro. You just made all that up.
Okay, so hold on. And this is when we know people can't follow the conversation. You go ahead and give us a breakdown of how we got to the conversation of doctors dating other high-level professionals. Go ahead, you explain it.
Mont was actually having the conversation saying that people actually end up in relationships based on their proximity, not necessarily their income status, because they're usually around those people, so they end up with people in similar fields. SH ended up making the comment, so would you rather end up with the ditzy girl, or would you end up with want to end up with the girl who has a more educational background? And the response was, I believe it was Max who said, well, which one is prettier? Because that's probably what's going to decide it.
That's not what
actually how we got to where.
To be clear, he said he didn't say which one's prettier. He gave a very extreme example where he said one was a 5 with a 5, but really intelligent. And one was really stupid, but a 10. It's not like one's an 8 and one's a 9 or something. That's kind of.
But wasn't his first response was which?
It's okay. Hold on. Okay, it's okay.
That's what I said, right?
It's okay. It's okay. Y'all just got to be able to follow the conversation and stick to the conversation.
Bro, I'm clearly following the conversation. I just tracked it from what the question Diva asked, and I even introduced the other people who were part of it. Bro,
at the end of the day, to say that intelligence doesn't matter, that men don't care about intelligence is just stupid.
Right, that's the conversation.
I do it.
No, but yeah, that's fine. We
Can you explain to me why that's a stupid concept?
Too. So like even their partner is going to be stupid to us, but to them that's a smart partner.
But
here's
how
the
does
problem,
that make sense?
Right?
Explain how that makes sense. What you just said.
But wait,
if you want someone stupid, that means you're stupid. That's like saying to a teacher, because you want to teach, you must be dumb.
I'll tell you what.
If you don't know shit, you're teaching them shit, but you must be dumb because you want to teach people who don't know things that you know.
Wait,
that's crazy.
You said made sense, but I like what you said.
Everybody want to join in this part of the conversation. hold on. So we go SH, AR, Wall Street Willie, and then we can get back to Max.
I'll tell you why it's stupid. Because you wouldn't want anybody on your team who don't got cognitive ability in their brain. If you a coach, you gonna pick the bum player or you gonna pick somebody who got skills?
I'm gonna pick
I'm
the
gonna pick
player
the one
that
that's gonna
follows
listen.
directions.
Like,
The ones and in the context of what we're talking about, beauty for women, the more skills would be that. The one with the more skills and follows directions. But the intelligent one is the one with the skills, but wants to be Terrell Owens or Keyshawn Johnson and wants to be in the spotlight all the time and don't want to listen to any guidance. Don't need that in my life. Just give me the one that looks good and wants to just listen
That don't
and let
question
me
you. That
teach.
don't do nothing. That just sits there and whatever
Okay,
you say,
que-
which is why
No,
these
no,
men,
like
these
no
men at
woman
his
does that.
level.
hold
This is
on.
why I say billionaires are different. These men at his level that talk like this, they won't be successful. They don't want a partner. They just want someone they can control. You said it earlier, Sharon. They don't care about a relationship. They just want someone they can control, and he's proven it. I don't want a woman that can think on her
Okay,
own, that
that's
will question
fine.
me, that can do her own thing. I want one that I can control.
But
Not what I'm saying.
Okay, so
here's the
sir, do
problem.
you think
Go
that
ahead,
you
baby.
are qualified to guide a woman?
Absolutely.
Okay,
So
and so what would qualify you to do that?
Depends on the woman and what aspects of her life she needs guidance in.
No,
can
but
I
I'm
just
saying what
jump
I'm
in real
asking
quick,
about
Sharon?
you. Hey, shut up. God damn, shut up. I've been quiet for a long time. Shut your ass up. All right. So now back to you, sir. But I'm asking about you, not the women. And so, what is it
hmm
about you that qualifies you to guide a woman or somebody else, whatever you want?
I'm capable of being able to teach something, put it into practical application, and then success. And then from there, we're going to keep doing that until I steer you wrong. I
Okay.
typically
And
don't
so tell us
historically.
the success you've led yourself with that process that you just mentioned. So what successes
I
would you have to present to this woman and say, see, this is my track record. Follow me. Go ahead.
I live I've lived a pretty interesting life. I'm into so many different things. So like I've had success when it comes. I'll start with the leadership skills. I've had success with both playing on the sports team as the team captain, leading us to championships, coaching children, leading the children's teams to championships. I've um I've I've been with women who had no idea, like they had skills and talents and everything like that, but they don't know what to do. They don't know how to put this stuff together. So I've helped a female start a daycare that she's still running. Like
Can
Mm.
I help him?
that's what I'm telling you. It depends
No.
on the female. Like, what do you need guidance in? Because if you want
No,
to
no,
know
no, no,
more
no.
about if you want to know more about history, I could teach you about history. Like, if you want to
Okay.
know more about money management, I could teach you about
Okay.
money management. If you want
Right,
to
but sir,
know
you
more
don't
about
exist
personal,
just for a woman. You don't exist just for a woman. So I'm asking
I don't.
about you outside of a woman, right? So you, what
hmm
success have you had that you can point to in your own life and show a woman and say, "Hey, this is my track record. This is why I'm qualified to guide you."
Like I said, it's the
Well,
things
all
that
you
I've
done
done
told
to
us
where I
so
said
far
I'm go.
is that you led a pee wee football team to a championship, and so I'm trying to get some concrete examples
Lead
of
because it's
what would
leadership.
make
Okay,
you qualified. No, no, no.
my
Success.
first long term
Success,
relationship.
sir, in your own life. Success
Like,
in your own life that you can
what
point
do
to.
you consider success? Because to me, a success is I'm going to go out and say, okay, I want to get a job and I want to move up to the supervisor position. I've gotten jobs and moved up to the supervisor position. I've had like that. I've had relationships to where I said, look, we're living like this, but we're about to have our own apartment and then we're gonna be doing this. I've done that. It's the fact whatever you need. I'm good at
So,
stuff. And so,
okay,
but
so
I don't
you
go
took
out.
a woman and got her. You was able to. A woman got with you, and y'all was able to get a new apartment. That's one of the successes that you telling us about,
Yes, because
sir,
what I'm telling you is success
sir,
is saying, what do you want
sir.
to do?
I'm
What do I
telling
want to
you,
do? These are my
no.
goals, and I'm hitting these goals. That's
Right. So what are
success.
your goals that you've hit? That's what I'm asking. What goals have you hit?
I've just explained to you, Gold. I've had the goal of getting my own apartment. I've had the goal of
Okay, that's fine.
managing
So
successful
basically,
teams.
what
I've
you're
had the
telling
goal
me
of getting
is
the
that
jobs
you
that I
aren't
want. I've
qualified
had
to
the
lead
goal of hitting
anybody.
marks
You're not
at these
qualified to
different
guide
jobs.
anybody. Somebody need to be there guiding you. Seem
So
like.
give me an example of what a dude would say when you ask that question, and you be like, boom, that's an example of how you can lead someone to success.
Absolutely. So exactly like Sharon told us before, right? So Sharon has gotten it to where his wife doesn't have to work. She's able to homeschool his children. Right now they traveling and teaching the children. That's something a man could come to you and say, hey, you might want to get on my program because this is something I got to offer you. Not, hey baby, if you follow me, we could get a new apartment. You know what I'm saying? Like, please.
It's the
So
same thing
what?
on a different scale.
It's not.
Same thing on a
Okay, but
different
so
scale. He
you
said,
on such
I'm
a
gonna
low
start a
scale
family and I'm
with
gonna
it
do
that
this.
you aren't qualified. Any woman with sense would not fall in line to walk behind you, sir. I'm sorry.
They
You don't
have,
have
and they
anything to
still do.
offer.
There's to this day there are.
You
Okay,
ain't
well,
been
something
married.
wrong with them. Something wrong with them. And I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Sure,
There's something wrong with
sure,
them.
but they're happy, and so
But
they're
they
fine with
must not
there
want
being something
much,
wrong with
right?
them
If they
as long
happy
as they're
with just
happy.
getting a new apartment, then they don't want much.
If they didn't have one, they were living with their mom or in
Right.
their
Okay.
car,
And so that's
they will be
the way
happy.
you
You
operating
just
that.
speaking
Okay. So
about the
you work.
scale.
Okay. I
You
didn't
want me
know
to
you
say I
was
moved
working at
someone into a
the dregs
mansion?
of society. I didn't know you was going after the dregs of society. But go ahead. If that's
That's where I
your
live
lane.
at.
Okay. Well,
That's
then
where I live
boom.
at, and that's where I want to
Okay.
be.
All
So
right.
That's what I'm telling you. Like
So, ladies,
I've
if you
been in
want a man to
situations.
guide you to the
I've been in
dregs of
situations with
society,
$1 million
fall
people,
in
and when you
line
get to that
behind
level,
what's his
it's
name,
nothing
Max
but
Leisure.
evil and
Get
people
behind
trying to
Max
backstab
Leisure,
you.
and he will lead you straight to Skid Row,
Hell,
ladies. If that's what you're
Because
looking
that's where
for,
I'm living.
right?
Because
Fall
that's
in
where I'm
line,
living. I live
ladies.
in Long Beach,
Here
California.
you
In Long
go.
Beach, California, the rent for in California is for a
why you
studio
move your head
apartment
like
is
that,
two
bro?
racks. You feel me? So
Okay.
like
Two
that's
So
not
what?
the
racks?
slums. That's not Skid
So
Row.
what?
You feel
So
me?
what?
And so where does Skid Row come from?
$2,000 ain't nothing,
Who did I
especially in
lead to
California.
Skid Row?
$2,000 ain't nothing, especially in California. What you telling me that for?
$2,000 for a studio
Ain't
is
nothing,
far
especially in
from Skid
California.
Row. All I'm saying is you want to
No, you
make
about to no, because if you gonna keep
because
that, you
you
get
don't
behind
like
in
me
the studio. Where
because
you
you don't
going?
like me. You want to act like
I don't
the
know
way I'm
you.
living my life,
I don't know
I'm not
you.
happy, and the people
I
in my
don't
life
know
aren't happy.
you. Wait, hold on. I
Exactly,
don't know you,
but
sir.
you're telling people that I will lead them to a place that I've never been.
Right, right,
you let that woman in
right,
Skid
How?
Row you
Why?
were with for seven
right.
years and didn't marry. You let her to Skid Row. She
She's
wasted
not in Skid
7
Row.
years of her life
She
being
has
with
her
you.
own apartment. She has her own apartment.
Ladies, hey, ladies, if you
She has
homeless,
her own
get
three
him. He gonna
bedroom.
get you a new apartment, ladies. Now, hey, for real, homeless ladies, come see
Yeah,
Max
all you
Leisure.
women out there living in your
Homeless
cars
ladies,
and
come see
living
Max
in your
Leisure.
parents, you want to get out, I'll help you get
Right.
out from under that situation. And I'll
Oh,
set
okay.
you
He
free to
getting
be
with
on
the
your own feet.
children.
I'm not
Jesus
possessive.
Christ.
I can just show you how to
I
do
told
it
y'all
and
earlier
you
that
do your
these
thing.
people they feel
How to get an
because you know
apartment, ladies? Y'all
they
need a man to show you how to get an apartment.
Yeah, if you don't got one, you obviously
Oh,
do.
okay. Oh, okay.
they at the bottom of the barrel and they help other bottom of the barrel people and they think they are somehow they are above a woman in a profession. They can lead that woman that's already in a profession. That don't make sense. Like if your leadership is, oh, well, I led people that had nothing going for them, that's not good leadership, bro. Like you got to
Okay.
lead someone that has something going for them.
If you're dating somebody that has a doctorate and they have like a high paying government job or any whatever job you want to say, uh,
Mhm.
what is that woman going to lead me to?
What?
A home, so you can get
She
out the
gonna help.
apartment.
She's gonna make me want to
She
get a
gonna lead
PhD.
you to a
Like, what is she
home.
gonna make me? What is she
Okay,
gonna bring to the
I'll
equation and
give an
say,
example
you know
because
what?
I'm kind of in the boat. So my girl, law school, seeing her study for law and kind of like helping her stay on the right track and stuff inspires me and motivates me to want to get a PhD, for sure.
No, no.
Hey,
All
hold
the
on.
schools
And
out there
you know
do
why
not
that's
let
important, P?
AR in
Hey,
your
Diva.
program.
Don't listen
Hey,
to her.
Diva,
Don't
hold
listen to
on. And
her.
you know why that's important? But Diva, you know why that's important? Because when we first was having the conversation when AR first got it, he said he didn't want to go after and chase that PhD. So, hey, you bring a woman, she got upgrade you.
Of course, you get the right partner, and the right partner will motivate
Make
you
you
in
want
different
more.
aspects of your life for sure.
Yeah.
And
Hey,
that's the
shout
point.
out to
Is
that.
like my saving and motivates her to save more. She sees what I do with my money, and she's like, I want to do something like that. I see what her like to go through loss. Like I wish there was like a video that recorded how much she had to go through to like study and write all these notes. Now everybody studies different and everything, but like the discipline she's had throughout her entire law school, and she graduated, by the way. She graduated a couple weeks ago. So she's done with law school.
Congratulations!
Yeah, proud of her.
Shout out to Miss Accord.
You said what? He's gone. He didn't have enough to. He spent the $2,000 on the rent. He didn't pay enough on his internet bill.
Because then we was finna move to. I wanted him to rate himself on that 1 to 10 scale he was asking about with the women.
Ooh, that wasn't gonna happen.
Yeah,
but yeah, get a good partner. That's the moral story. Get a good partner.
I do understand though the idea. Like people are at different levels, like in our society, and there are different what do you want to say, socioeconomic groups of people and stuff like that, educationally also. And I think that it's okay for somebody to want somebody on a level when it comes to, like, I used to think that I couldn't teach people how to do cinematography because I knew so many people that knew so much more about me. And then everybody kept asking me to teach them because I knew so much more than them. And I'm like, yo, I see so many people who I look up to. And they're like, yo, as I realize, as long as I know more than them, right, I have so much value to offer them, right? And I think when it comes to like regular people, I never want to discourage nobody from being regular, right? I value people who don't want to aspire to have all the money in the world and all that type of stuff, because we still do need people who just want to work regular jobs and all these other, because society need all of that stuff. So I value people who, just like, yo, I don't want all of that. I don't want all the money in the cars and, to do all the, this type of stuff. So I don't discourage people from, you regular and you want a girl that's regular that work at Foot Locker and all this type of stuff. I ain't mad at you.
My issue is the assumption that because he's a pediatric doctor, right, and she's a teacher, she's dumb, right? She's like, because that's kind of how the premise was being set up. If she's not on his level, she's dumb.
It wasn't presented like that at all. And it's okay. This is what I'm saying. Sometimes I think y'all just not following the conversation.
No, it definitely was.
Weird.
About to be a situation. Hey, hey, hey.
Let me read a couple of it. Yeah.
How you doing? The petty politic. Okay, $5. Good show with Mel, but your job is to break her arguments, not advance yours. Study her arguments for the weakness and expose the weaknesses.
I think I did a good job doing that.
Talk your talk, girl.
Who was these people? Aaron to Lucas, $5. Overall, there's about 30 to 35% women engineers. It depends on what type of engineering. If it's like biomedical, it's close to like 50%. If it's chemical, it's close to 52. But if it's electrical, it's low. Anyways, overall, there's about 30 to 35% women engineers, and black men 3%, black women 2%. In NSBE specifically, it's 60-40 split men to women, black engineers. The Verbal Assassin, FAFO, member for 16 months. Professionals marry professionals due to proximity, intelligence, lifestyle compatibility, education level, not just proximity. That's lazy logic.
She won't get cursed out.
Aaron to Lucas, $5. I definitely care about a woman's intelligence. That's top 4 on my list. Number 1, attitude / disposition. 2, morals. 3, intelligence. 4, looks. No dummies allowed. Okay, but what's she gonna want with you?
Oh shit.
Yeah, I think someone said it earlier, but the proximity argument is kind of like, it's weird because it's like you around dudes all day, right? But you're not trying to marry a dude. So why is it that you think because someone is around something a lot that is what they're attracted to, or that's what they're most likely to go after? There's a lot of other things that go into it. It's not just proximity. You can be around a bunch.
Because proximity creates access. I'm sorry, my bad. I thought you were done, bro.
A lot of professionals.
You understand it crazy? Are you around a bunch? All right, Shadow. How many dudes you been with? Mister. Since I know there ain't no women in that field.
Well, hold on.
Actually, we got about 26
He
women who
was
work in
begging
our.
you to work
Okay,
out
so how
in the
many?
back
So
chat.
you around
He
dudes more
was
or
beg.
women?
That was Kulu.
Oh no, that was Kulu. That was Kulu.
That was Kulu, and I want to fight him.
He was
I thought he was
begging him.
training.
When can we meet up
Hey,
so
let's
we
get
can
it.
work out?
AR, that's a weak argument.
Hey,
Fall on the
I
ground
mean,
with him.
quote me properly. Vaginal supremacist.
Hold on, Diva. You said Diva. You said they was inviting each other so they could see who's going to dominate each other on the floor and roll around.
Yeah.
No,
God
Shadow
damn.
was trying to
How you
invite himself, and
gaslighting like
Kulu
that?
was ignoring him.
He was like,
Sitting there begging.
That's what he said. That was crazy.
And I remember what I told y'all about
bet
Kulu,
you.
I'ma still fight you.
Hey, Diva. He was like, I bet you I could take your back before you take mine.
Yo.
pause.
He said he was gonna make him tap
Pause.
out.
Rock gonna get canceled.
He gonna make him tap out. That's
Shirts
what
or
he told him.
skins.
But
Shirts or
I
skins.
mean, I
SH, be
think
careful. This how you get
if we can
canceled.
go back to the conversation for a moment, right? Because I
Who want to
think
go back
certain
to the
things are being
conversation? Who
left
that
out.
is?
That's Willie.
Willie? Is that Willie?
I'll be humble again. I will.
Where's
Let
Miss J?
me
Where you at?
let me read the caption real quick. It says, if you're not in the top families, you a beta. Damn. Shit.
Wait, what was that last word you said? Because you put. Oh, okay. Yeah, I did not understand that. He put a lot of tone behind it.
Diva,
A lot
asked the
of
question before I read that.
Did I?
What's up, Willie?
Oh, I
just
think I
being
was asking
humble,
if that was
just
Willie.
looking humble.
Oh, and asking where Miss J was at. She was on
You
his head
stupid.
yesterday.
You stupid. Nah, but the honest truth is, though, a lot of professionals are introduced to people through friends because they're working so hard on their career or their studies, they don't even have time to find women. They don't even have time to date. That's a very normal thing, right? For you to be introduced by a friend or someone in the family. I got this nice girl that
Okay,
goes to
perfect
my
place to
church.
land it. You don't gotta beat the we got the position. You don't gotta beat
Right,
the
only
position
goofies
up.
could talk long. I got you. I'll go back on mute.
Hey, man.
Go ahead, Willie. Go ahead, Willie, because you got so much to say. Go ahead. Jesus. My bad. Go ahead. Nah, he
It's not
Mahatma
even.
Gandhi.
It's
No,
not
Mahatma
he talking
Gandhi,
even
about
Willie.
so.
nothing.
Hey, y'all, hold on,
Our
because I get
Kulu
accused.
is
I get accused of cutting people up. Go ahead, Willie. Jesus. Finish what you're saying. Make it quick,
It's
please.
it's not even.
Just
You
like
know,
the taste out of your mouth. I'd like to see you try it.
He thought he was gonna be able to talk.
that's messed up. That's messed up.
You got to be quicker than that.
Aron
Go ahead,
Kulu
Diva.
is $5. Proximity isn't just work, neighborhood, school, social and professional groups, etc. are all included in that. Miss J, $20. Oh, there she go. This is for big pockets. Bye, Willie.
I thought this was an interesting question. So Kenyon,
Wait a minute.
Keon,
No, because he said he was just
Keon,
gonna pay to bring himself back. And so it
Keon,
shouldn't matter how long he banned for, because he could just pay the $5 and bring himself back.
So Keon, this is what we're gonna do for you, because we was having a conversation. We understand that those apartments, they mean a lot. We're gonna allow you to do a layaway. So you got a certain time frame. Like how long we gonna give him, Diva? Like he got to spend I don't know how he gonna get it, because he got to do a layaway plan, Diva. So like how we gonna
Dollar per
structure
minute. Dollar per minute. Nigga.
$100 a pop. Hey, he got to pay at least 100, and then as soon as he get on my nerves, he got to leave until he paid, and then the next time he got to pay 100.
You an indentured
He ain't never
servant,
gonna
bro.
be
Like, this is
here.
crazy.
That be like if she ain't put no interest on it. Shoot, that way
Right,
with
she
no
didn't put no
interest.
interest on it. She gave him a
Wait,
layaway
wait,
plan.
wait.
She said, look, start your layaway plan. Start with 100. We're gonna let you. She's gonna give you some grace. As soon as you act up, you gotta pay the other 100.
Hey, Diva, what's the interest on a layaway plan? Just future net reference.
Zero. Ain't no interest. Listen,
Well, I'm what they call those people who
long shark. You're a long shark. I can
yeah, I'm a
say
loan shark. Yeah, I'm a
that.
loan shark. So just a little 25%, just a little compounded daily.
Oh, daily. Oh shit.
I said, I bet you soon as you said that $100, he looked at that bottle of alcohol. He was like, shit.
You ain't shit, E.
Yeah,
That man's finna
I
drink
know.
right now because of you.
Listen, I know the man share got his back. They got him. Don't worry about it.
I was thinking though about this. I think men should have intelligence as number one on their list,
Absolutely.
especially if they talk like me. Shoot, who gonna raise the kids? Talk better.
Like I think it's
Wait, so
always funny that
his monthly allowance
I
is
think it's
$40 a
always
week.
funny.
So
You good? I think it's always funny that men gotta put beauty at the top of the list. Like, why you talk to something that you don't like? Beauty should not be at the top. You shouldn't even talk to something that you're not attracted to. It should not be the top thing. That should be a given. I'm gonna holler at something that I think is nice looking. So why you even concerned about beauty? That shouldn't be a concern. All the other attributes should be a concern because you are only going to find something that attracts you by your eyes, whatever your standard is. So to have the idea that I'm only going to look for beauty is just, it shows the intelligence level of a lot of men.
Well, I'm like if you can pull an intelligence woman, that's like way better
What
than
woman?
doing a dumber woman.
Easy, leave them alone. Hey, look, it's like,
wait, you mean like a lawyer? Even if you have a Honda Accord?
It's like going to a car dealership say, hey, I want to go to a car dealership, and my main idea is that it has a running engine. That's crazy to me. Why would you go to a place and not think that is a reputable
With nobody damage. Hello, you gotta say nobody damage. Nobody damage in a running engine. That's all I need.
Look, hey, lemons exist. I'm just saying, lemons exist for a reason.
Yeah, but a lemon has a running engine. It just breaks soon after.
You know,
Like, you
Sharon,
don't
I feel the
even
same way.
understand. And this is
You
what
drove a
and
Honda
this-
Accord and a Kia Stingers.
Look, and this is what I'm saying. Like, sometimes I don't
It's a
think they
sports
really
car.
be listening to the conversation, to be honest. Like, I don't think so.
Sharon, I feel the
don't know.
same way about intelligence as you feel about beauty. Like, I feel like it's a given of, okay, I'm only going to be around a woman I'm attracted to, but I'm also like not going to spend any time with a woman I think is not intelligent because I can't be around you if we can't have conversations and you can't make me think, I can't make you think. Like, it's just not going to last long.
But I
Do
think
you
it's
think most
like,
men?
you wouldn't be able to.
Do you think majority of men are saying the same thing you saying?
I think if they're intelligent also, I think it's probably a given for them, but a lot of men think they're intelligent and I don't think they are.
Also, therefore, most men are not thinking like the way how you thinking.
Probably not.
All right, then. So most men, they just looking about ass first, and anything else comes later. Whether it's a baby, whether it's a disease, they don't give a damn what comes with it. Men are marrying hoes because she look good, literally.
Look,
and then
you marry your best eater.
And then literally cry and complain about it later. Look how this woman did me. You knew you married a hoe before you married her. Love that hoe.
Speaking of, let me not talk about someone's. I don't want to talk about someone's wife, but
Hey,
I'm just gonna say that
What?
video that you posted yesterday.
What video? What?
I think you posted yesterday the
I posted a lot of videos yesterday. I posted-
He's talking about cellulite. What's up with his wife?
I ain't calling nobody's wife a hoe. I ain't saying that. I'm
Okay,
not
good.
I'm not being
Thank you,
disrespectful
please.
or nothing.
Thank
I'm
you.
saying,
oh,
I'm not,
you ain't shit, AR. Hush.
finish. I want to be clear.
No.
I'm not calling his wife a hoe. Okay? I don't even know who his wife is or anything. I'm just saying that when I was watching that video, I thought that maybe he is a cuck.
Bro, why would you call that man a cuck on video?
I'm not
You
saying
ain't
he
shit.
is. I'm saying I would like him the way he was talking. And I'm not saying he is. I'm just saying when he said I told my wife to hit up a dude that she said she liked watching fuck another woman to ask if he good was kind of weird to me.
You owe about like $10, sir. By the way,
Me?
With your goddamn that bomb. Yes.
I said fuck. I mean, I said a bad word.
As he said another one.
No, I'm just saying though, it was weird. I wish he was here because when he said that, when he was like, "Well, I told her to hit you up," and it's like, and then Tommy like, "Oh yeah, well, she said she liked watching me have sex with other women because she watches me on the hub or something." I'm like, why did you tell your wife to hit up another dude instead of just asking for his contact information or something to hit? I don't know. It was weird to me, but yeah, I don't know. That shit weird.
We got some work to do on cellulite. That's all.
Okay, all right. Respectfully, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. It was weird. I wish he was here because I wanted to ask him like what the logic was behind that.
So, AR, would you say you're being messy right now?
I don't have nobody else to talk about it with, so like, what am I supposed to do? Like, my girl don't be watching this shit. She's the only one I talk to. So like, and Sharon was there. He was watching. I saw him. I saw him put his hands up like he didn't know what was happening.
I don't see anything. But I'm glad we got to knock out some of the crazy talking points today. So that was good. Like, I think we had to flush out some of the things. Like, we got to get men to understand that you need to start taking care of yourself at an earlier age. This whole idea that I gotta wait for a woman to decide to be a man shit is ridiculous at this point. We have to stop coddling our young men. Our young men think it is okay to start life late. That's a real problem that I'm noticing as these conversations build. Um, Women, for some reason, they at an earlier age, they know to get their own apartment, furniture, start having like they start doing things at an earlier age to the best of their ability. They learn how to cook, they learn how to clean, they learn how to take care of themselves, they know how to maintain certain things, they learn how to have a logical conversation. They understand that they got to deal with intelligence for the most part. It's just that men are not concentrating on being intelligent. They have this whole anti-intelligence thing going on. Is just crazy to me. We act like we see a man pop up on the screen smoking weed with a beige wall, a futon, and act like, yeah, he could be a leader too. like they act like we don't have eyes to see. Like, we could see. Like, you don't gotta tell us. Like, we know, we see. You don't gotta tell us you're in the slums. You don't got. We know, and it is okay. Just be honest, because once you are honest with where you at in life, and then maybe you can tell a young man, hey, listen, you don't want to be my age and be where I'm at. The best woman that was in my life, I lost her 7 years ago. That's the highlight of my life, getting an apartment. That's the highlight of my life.
Sharon, do you think he was depressed?
Why you ask me that? I don't know enough about him
Don't
yet.
even get started.
Shout out to Max. Please. Oh, go ahead, Diva. I'm sorry. Shit. You there, Diva?
She said she don't want to have nothing to do with him. He left.
About to be a situation. Hey, hey, hey.
Shout out to Max Leisure with the 10 ball. Thanks for having me up. You misquoted me though. All right. Well, you're welcome to hit the link and get unmisquoted. So therefore, I can have an understanding of what you're saying.
I think he took a cry break, respectfully.
Hey, sure. You ain't shit, AR. Hold on. I'm finna shoot AR. Hold on.
What am I doing?
I'm getting tired of him. He ain't got his allowance yet. No, Sharon, the reason I asked what I asked wasn't for him specifically. It's for, because remember how yesterday we were having the conversation about how a lot of men seem depressed, how they're not motivated, how they're not doing the things. And I guess I'm kind of going on to what SH, I keep kind of calling her MH, SH said earlier, where it seems like there's not a lot of motivation for people prior to entering into a relationship. Well, do you think that could be a sign of the, back to the original topic, the whole lonely male, the depressed male, et cetera, et cetera? Just curious if there's a correlation there.
Yeah, so absolutely is a correlation there. A man that a man that don't want to do for himself, that is showing signs. Him being lonely, that is showing signs. We had Willie up here earlier, right? He said when he had the crib that was looking like that, he ain't had people over his house. A lot of the men that are saying that they want to have their Xbox and a milk crate, they ain't having friends that they gonna be even though they are socially playing a video game, they are doing it socially away from everybody. So they are being antisocial in real life. So again, that is another problem, right? So that's the loneliness. And then worthlessness, right? So they're not adding anything to their life and making a living situation beautiful and comfortable, is because they don't feel like they are worthy of it. This ain't mine. They actually believe the first apartment ain't even theirs. I'm only gonna be here for 5 years. I don't give a damn. If I'm gonna be here for 5 years, I'm gonna make it mine.
Yeah, can I add on to? It's like
Absolutely.
what's being pushed as leadership and masculinity is actually just chronic dependency. You are chronically dependent on somebody else and are not taking care of yourself. Not only that, there is a pattern in men who, or people, there's a pattern in people who feel like they want control over something else or someone else because they do not personally feel in control of anything in their own life. So they call control leadership, they call it relationship, they call it whatever. They dress it up in a nice bow. But what's really happening is these boxes and things that they are sitting in is just chronic dependency. They're just dependent.
I can see that. I'll accept that.
Now I know. Now I know why y'all be pushing back so much on me.
That's because Sharon's always lying. SH at least tried to tell the truth.
Yeah,
It's
but
okay.
thank you for having me up, Sharon. It was a good 3.5. It was fun.
Yeah.
Y'all are funny. Y'all are funny. I'm gonna be up here more.
Thank you so much. We gotta figure out. We gotta plan some shows to get some more. You know what I mean? We gotta figure it out. Let's keep on grinding. Let's keep on getting you up there. How far are you away from monetization?
I think I'm at like 338 subscribers. I need to get to 500, y'all, please.
All right, y'all just heard SH. Make sure y'all drop. Nobody rather nobody call you no names, boy. Boy, if you get out of here with that craziness.
Yeah.
We got equal lefts and rights up here, so everybody can get their beat up on who they want to beat up on. So no, stop it. So we gotta have we gotta figure out maybe a nighttime show or something like that. But also make sure we go show SH some love. Where's the link? You dropped the link. Somebody please that has her link. Say something in the chat again. SH so the people can drop your link again. Okay. Yeah. We gotta get her up there.
What do you do? What do you do shows on SH, if you don't mind me asking?
It don't matter. You go and find out. You go check it out.
Man, I can't even ask a question, bro.
All right. Have a good one, y'all. I'm out of here.
Have a good day.
Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you. Shout out to SH. Thank you. That's right. Everybody go subscribe. Oh, Lord, look at Tommy. Hey, that's what got your ass in the goddamn Simp Chronicles now. God damn it. Welcome back, Max. Good day to you. I'm glad you came back. Stay in there. Yeah, we fight over here.
I just like I said, I'm back from my cry break, but it sounded like someone had something to say.
That's crazy.
I wanted to hear that live and direct.
About me. That's some crazy shit.
Go ahead, AR. You said you want him back up. Go ahead.
Yeah, he didn't answer.
I didn't. What's the question?
You had asked the question. You was like, "What's the point?" You was like, "What's the point of getting an intelligent woman? What's she gonna teach me?" That's what you had said. You was like, "What's the point of having an intelligent woman? What's she gonna teach me?" Oh, she got a PhD and she got this. That's gonna make me want to be a better man. That's gonna motivate me to do something.
Get a PhD.
Yeah, which would be a better man. A man with a PhD is objective.
That's
like all else equals. A man with a PhD is. Hold on a sec.
So I get with a woman, and all of a sudden I'm gonna want a PhD because she has one. That's like a woman getting with me, and I play PlayStation all day, so she does that because I do it. Like,
yeah, that's what
not.
Usually happens.
I have what I do and what I like and what I enjoy. Whoever you with is gonna have what they like and what they enjoy and everything like that. But what would a woman teach me about life that'll make me say, man, if it wasn't for you coming along, I don't know what I would have been doing out here.
So, but you said earlier, so let me get this right so I can understand your thought earlier. You said that a woman, she tends to follow her man. So, wouldn't that be that if you are at home, she's going to be at home with you, following your lead, playing the PlayStation with you?
I don't know. Like if I'm at home playing PlayStation, because I'm not at home playing PlayStation all day. That's just a hobby. But when I'm out doing my thing, she'll be wherever she is doing her thing, whatever that may be. And I'm not saying that you dudes want dumb females. I'm saying on an attraction level,
women,
dudes don't go out and see a female and be like, oh,
women.
damn, look at her outfit. I could tell she got a high IQ. My dick is hard right now. Like dudes are attracted to beauty. Dudes are attracted to, you see it and you want it. And she could come up and she could say something dumb and you'll be like, damn, this girl is dumb. Still want to smash though. But a female, she see a dude that's visually attractive. She's attracted to him, wants to fuck. Then he opens his mouth and starts saying dumb shit. She's no longer attracted to him because they have a different type of attraction than we have. Our shit is physical, but it's not purely physical.
Okay. I'm glad you said that. So, okay, all right. What's up, Sharon? Good day to you, beautiful. Everybody hates smart. You hear a girl speak, she starts to prove that she is dumb by the words that she's using. Are you still attracted to her and your penis getting hard and you want to do things with us?
And yeah, no, I would probably question her age.
Yeah.
Okay, so Mott says no. Okay, Mott says no.
He said he's questioning her age. She's 35. How about that?
No, but he said no.
So
he said once he found out that she's not intelligent, then all of a sudden he's not attracted to her.
She's going to question her age. But what if her age isn't in question? What's the next?
Hold on, it's okay, Max. It's okay, Max. You got one man that is. Hold on, Max. You got. Go ahead, Mike.
If she was 35, I still couldn't be with her. I still couldn't be with her. Now, the idea that could I fuck her? Yes, that's possible, but I'm not in that place in my life where that's what I'm interested in.
And so I'm not talking about being with a chick. I'm talking about attraction.
Just a little bit, but he said he's not attracted to her once he found out that she's dumb. What's up, Genesis? Good day to you.
But he still wants to fuck, is what he said, and that's what I'm speaking to. That level of attraction.
I wanted to fuck. I said, could
you still would?
No,
I'm sorry, man. I got a problem with cutting people off. I'm working on it.
Yeah, no. So to be clear, right? If I was in a place in my life where I was looking for women to have sex with, then if I probably could get past her saying some stupid shit if I'm just looking for a one night stand. But in reality, in my reality, it's just not going to happen.
I mean, it is what it is. I think the majority.
Either man. If you find out that the woman is unintelligent after your initial attraction to her was beauty, you start speaking to her, communicate, you find out she's dumb as a box of rocks, are you still interested in that woman, either man, if you're there? Okay, I don't think either man is there. AR, same question to you.
No, it's probably not gonna be a thing. No.
Okay.
I'm in a committed relationship, but when I was single, yeah, no.
Okay. Shout out to Titan Wasp. Can you hear me? All right. So what about you? You look at the woman, she's nice and attractive, then later on in conversation, you want to find out she's dumber than a box of rocks. Are you still attracted and pursuing this woman in a relationship?
Probably not. I'm sapio, so it wouldn't make a lot of sense. If I can't talk to you, I can't stand you.
Perfect. Okay, perfect. So Max, you're the only man up here right now.
Because I'm the only one being honest, bro. I'm the only one being honest. Because
Max, can I ask Max a question?
Let me ask you this.
Are you a professional?
Let me ask you this.
And Max,
let me ask. Are you a
Max, to be fair, I'm married.
Hold on.
Max, I'm actually married.
We got biased answers. AR already want to just say I'm wrong, but look. Let's take
say you're wrong. Everybody knows you're wrong. Are you a professional? I mean, are you in a professional?
Okay.
Are you
tell me
a
I'm wrong.
professional?
Tell me I'm wrong after this.
Are you a professional?
At what?
Just like
I'm not a professional at anything. No, I'm not a professional.
So why do you think you should speak? All right, no, never mind. I was trying to.
I'm listening. I just said no. I'm not a professional.
Do you think that maybe? How do I say it respectfully?
Don't be respectful, bro. My feelings ain't.
No, I know how you Long Beach Crips get down.
Come on, bro. Fair enough.
No, do you think that there maybe is a discrepancy discrepancy between intelligence of those that are professionals and have degrees and whatnot and those that don't, and maybe that's where the attraction difference is?
Nah, because
Okay.
some of the smartest people dropped out of high school, dropped out of college, and went and started their own business. So like just having degrees and scholarships and all that doesn't.
So you don't think there's a correlation
between?
between you don't think there's a correlation between intelligence and success?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
And
so
women
like being
are
a
attracted to
professional.
successful men. Women are attracted to intelligent, successful men. Dudes don't go
Do
out
you
and
think
be
that,
like,
do
"Hey,
you think
man."
that what you're saying right now is a coping mechanism because you're not on the level of an intelligent man, and so you're
I
like
am on that
speaking.
level.
You
Isn't
don't
a
have any.
single
You don't
person
have
in my
any
life.
credentials. All right, here let me rephrase. You don't have any credentials that would say you're on the same level as an intelligent, like
To
objectively
you,
speaking.
because you don't know me.
Yeah. Well, definitely
But
not to me.
there isn't a single person in my life that wouldn't consider me an
Well,
extremely
we already
intelligent
recognize
person.
that you mess with the bottom
In
barrel
addition to a
women,
bunch of
so of
other
course
things,
they're going to
but
find you to be intelligent because
no,
they are also
intelligent.
stupid.
No, you
I said
don't.
earlier, stupid people will find other stupid people
So everybody I know
attractive,
is
and
stupid.
one of them will find the
Everybody in
other
Long
one
Beach is
smart
stupid.
because they're stupid. Not everybody in Long Beach. It don't matter.
I know a lot of
The
people
point I'm
in Long
making is
Beach,
that
a lot of
when you're
business
talking,
owners and everything.
this
That's what I'm saying. You
is the
don't know
issue.
what you're speaking on. You're
Okay.
just making baseless assumptions on my intelligence,
No,
which you
I
don't know.